What is good? What is good? I am sorry to keep y'all waiting tonight. Let me just make sure my sound is good on all of my different browsers. Let me make sure everything is situated and straight while we get ready for this live stream tonight. I'm going to be joined by the hip hop panel tonight, you guys. Hold on. Where is it? Get ready for this live stream tonight. Joined by the hip hop panel tonight, you guys. And I'm sorry about that glitch, y'all. Where is it? There we go. Let's go. Here we go. You know how that goes, man. A couple glitches, man. Jim, I do not think you are frozen, bro. You should be good. You should be good, bro. Everybody should be good. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm going to get this show started with a little Blaze session, man. I'm finishing off the last of that red velvet cake. I don't know if y'all was tapped in last night, but I was smoking on this red velvet cake heavy. We've got some major shit to talk about tonight, though, you guys. Pooh Shiesty has spoken out. Wack 100 has had a conversation with Pooh Shiesty's dad. Apparently, Pooh Shiesty is managed by his father. I'm hearing so many different combinations of rappers being managed by their parents, actors being managed by their parents. I'm kind of wondering if I should have had my pops manage me back in the day. Rest in peace to my pops, of course. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, my grandfather, he probably would have been a hell of a manager. You know, it seems like nowadays, look at NLE Choppa. Apparently, his mother manages him. Now, Wack 100 putting it out there that Pooh Shiesty is managed by his daddy, his quote unquote daddy. And his dad is actually a friend of Wack 100. And Wack says that's one of the major reasons that he is not crucifying the young boy. Wack 100 has gone all over the internet now and said he is a friend of Pooh Shiesty's father. They go back. They are Damu, from my understanding. Wack 100 explained it all. You know what I'm saying? He caught a little bit of flack from a man known as Big 30, an associate of Pooh Shiesty. We're going to be going over all of that tonight, as well as a major update on Dark Low. That's right, you guys. We have a major update on Dark Low. So this is what we're going to be talking about tonight. Also, a little bit of older news. Rick Ross speaking on 50 Cent, BMF. We're going to go over that a little bit tonight as well, man. You know, 50 Cent, new show, BMF. I'm sure it's been greenlit for the second, maybe even third season. These are short seasons, as we know, 8 episodes. You know what I mean? 8, it keeps your teeth grinding for more. You know what I mean? It keeps your palms sweaty. You know what I mean? For some more of it. So BMF is a show that I think we're all pretty hype on. If you didn't see it, I did an interview with Bizarre where he actually spoke on Eminem appearing as White Boy Rick. Yeah, so we got a lot of shit to talk about tonight, man. Buffalo, New York is in the building tonight. Major salute to Buffalo. As all you know, I actually did an interview with Benny the Butcher. I drove my ass all the way up to Buffalo, New York. What a trip it was, man. Benny the Butcher made it worthwhile. He gave me about an hour-long interview. He let me hear some unreleased music from himself and Dark Low. He had some shit to play me, you know, and then he actually took me out for some pizza and wings. You know what I mean? So all in all, it was an amazing trip to Buffalo. Benny the Butcher gave me that feeling that rappers gave you back in the day. You know what I mean? They gave you that feeling of showing you a little bit of their lifestyle. You don't get that so much this day and age. You know what I mean? It's like when I was talking to Max B a few years ago, you know, and he had told me, yo, Mikey T, when I get out of jail, we are going to do an interview where we actually go out for a night on the town and we have a whole experience together. That was dope of Max B. You know what I mean? He really showed me, you know, what the hell the hip hop industry, what the music industry in general is supposed to be like. You know, only a couple people I've done interviews like that with. I remember one time going all out, doing an interview with Cassie from Bad Boy Records. You know, we had actually done some studio work. We went out to the nightclub, but that's another story, man. That's another story. West Virginia is in the building tonight. Major salute to West Virginia. Major salute. Got love for West Virginia. I'm wondering, y'all smoking? Are y'all hitting that like button? Or more importantly, are y'all sharing this video? I need everybody that supports the channel to share this video. Let everybody know Mikey T is here talking about the hottest topics in hip hop. Tonight we're speaking on Pooh Shiesty, pretty much exposing anything about his credibility. You know, there's been some crazy talk out there. You know, especially from Wack 100. You know, Wack 100 went on again today saying that if he wasn't friends with Pooh Shiesty's dad, that he would be crucifying him. You know what I mean? So even though he's retracting his statements, even though he's stepping back from what he said, and we will go over what he said, he's also stepping in the mud again, though, because he's basically going back to the inner workings of what he does. But it's like, we're going to touch on it all tonight, man. Mikey T, the movie star, Canada, Toronto is in the building. You know, I appreciate Toronto for tapping in, man. Major salute to anybody for tapping in outside of the country. Major salute to anybody tapping in and letting me know the city that they're coming from. I'm going to bring in my co-host, my first co-host from the hip-hop panel. Y'all know him as the Honorable or simply Rosewood.
Y'all know what it is. Mikey, what up, my J? How you?
Rosewood, everything is good, bro. Everything is
What's
good.
up, man?
You know, Clubhouse is popping, man. Wack 100's got his new podcast up and running, I guess.
Yeah. You know, Clubhouse cut and whack a nice little check. You know, I mean, if you get your money that way, get it, man. Whatever you gotta do.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people were talking the other day about, you know, what he said on the internet about Crip Mac, you know, saying that he wanted Crip Mac's first and last name so he could look into bailing him out. And then Wack 100 put it out there that he had a no bail. Lo and behold, Crip Mac ends up out of jail a few days later saying, why is Wack 100 putting my name and all of my business on the internet?
I mean, true. I mean, it's for publicity. You know, publicity, man. For real. Because it don't even seem right for what Wack really speaking on it. He never, because I don't think he ever spoke on him before or whatever. I mean, you know, as far as promoting it, you know, Crip Mac career or whatever, I don't think he's a rapper. So I don't know what's there to promote. So, I mean, it's just, you know, clout or whatever, or, you know, get things popping on Clubhouse.
Well, you know, one thing they were saying is that there's a potential fight with Crip Mac and Blueface. And although that's got a ring to it, I really feel like it's a mismatch. You know, it's a bit of a mismatch fight with the size of the two guys, but it would without a doubt be Blueface's biggest fight to date, Rosewood.
Yeah, definitely within the publicity of it or whatever. Yes, it is. I think like a weight dispute because the guy he fought before, I think it was like a YouTuber or somebody he fought, whatever.
TikTok or something along those lines.
Yeah, right. They're like the same size, kind of. And it was hype because a fan jumped in the ring and Blueface for the fan. So it's going to take a lot to really top that. So I don't know if we're really going to get that. I don't think we're going to get that.
And you know, with Wack 100's podcast doing like over 100,000 viewers, honestly, there's money in it, man.
Crip Mac, there's definitely money in it.
Crip Mac said that his bail was $8,000. So I don't know if he means it was an $80,000 bail with 8,000 or 8,000 and you got to pay 800. But Wack 100 putting up the $800, he would make 3, 4, 5 times, 10 times that on YouTube doing an interview with him.
Yeah, so that's why I mean, with that, I don't really understand why he said all that, you know, because I'm pretty sure whoever's Crip Mac's team is, they're gonna, you know, put the money up, bail him out, whatever. His manager, his team's gonna do that.
Yep, that's another thing, Rosewood. I think that Crip Mac must have had an issue with. It's like, why are you putting out all this information about me not being able to get my bail together? I have a team that has a vested interest in putting my bail together. This has nothing to do with you. Even if we do have a fight coming up with Blueface, I have my own team. And it was kind of making it look like Crip Mac, who's now just emerging in the game, doesn't really have a team behind him, Rosewood.
Well, I mean, but he does have a team because you see his progression. You see, even if you watch him, if you see him on different things, you're going to see people on his team around. It's a young lady that he always has around or whatever like that. So, they're definitely people behind him, and he has this little machine behind him, pushes his image, his likeness, and all that. So best believe they have a investment in him, so they're going to make sure they protect their investment. So that he has a team around him.
Now, this is what we were talking about last night, but since you weren't on, I'll indulge it. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are still interested in this topic. You know what I'm saying? On Fifth, you know what I mean, Rosewood?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, Crip Mac went in, man. He said, how do you put my name all over the internet about I don't got no bail? What the hell? With the parole shit. Now that's like snitching, putting my name out there in front of the whole world. Now that's weird as F. How does shit go with this, cuz? That's what Crip Mac had to say about Wack 100. He was a little bit tight that he put it out there that he had a whole nother case going on and it might have been a parole violation.
I mean, if it is, then that means it's public record any old way. And one thing Crip Mac has to realize, once you step in front of that camera, you're subject to ridicule from everybody. Everybody can say their opinion, what they think, especially on the platform like Clubhouse. They're going to get people in there to get people talking, spark up conversation any old way. So he has to realize that at the end of the day, Wack 100 can do that. You're a public figure. You're in the spotlight now. So if you do have other cases or you're a parole violation, whatever, that's public record now. And while it's already public record, you're a public figure now. So people can look into it. People can speak on it. Wack 100 is just the first one to do it. That's all.
Now, Crip Mac went off, man, but I honestly feel like why are you going off like that, Crip Mac? It kind of was almost like Wack 100 had good intentions for this situation, Rosewood. He wanted to put a bail bondsman on it and help get Crip Mac out. So why is Crip Mac responding back, you old ass, custer ass dude? I don't care how much reputation you get from your hood. Let's go on and keep that shit real. The last thing I'm going to say is, because I'm not going to go back in Fifth and make this shit long with you, boy.
Only way I can see Crip Mac saying that if he's looking at it in the sense that Wack is saying like he has nobody behind him and he's really doing this all by himself or whatever, then I could see him taking offense that way. But other than that, I don't know why. Because like you said, Wack was offering, to help him out if he was in that type of situation. So, at the end of the day, it can be a setup for a Crip Mac Wack 100 fight.
Crip Mac Wack 100?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you think the Crip Mac Wack 100 fight would be a little bit bigger than the Blueface and Crip Mac fight?
Yeah, because people want to see, people definitely want to see Wack in the ring, and then somebody like Crip Mac or whatever, he's entertaining. It'll be two funny guys up there for real. So I would want to see that Wack 100 versus Crip Mac.
So with Blueface and Crip Mac, we have a weight issue, but with Wack 100 and Crip Mac, don't we have an age issue?
Man, Wack ain't that old. He ain't that old.
Okay. All right. I was just putting it out there, man. I was honestly, I I'm probably the only blogger that, sympathized with Wack 100 in regard to that, but I really felt like he actually wasn't saying anything bad about Crip Mac.
Yeah, he didn't say anything bad. That's why I said, I guess he's taking offense to making him seem like he doesn't have a team and he's doing it all by himself. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that, man. I hear you on that 100% because obviously the guy is going up in his career, Rosewood. He's obviously got people behind him. I mean, I made the prediction yesterday. I see Crip Mac potentially on somewhere like Comedy Central. You know what I mean? I can honestly
Possibly.
see. Yeah.
It's a possibility. He definitely has opportunities coming his way. Whatever he does with them, I hope him the best or whatever. He's definitely doing it organically. So if he can transition that into, really Hollywood type stuff, TV type stuff, small screen type stuff, that's a plus.
Yeah, no, I hope he can, you know what I'm saying? But what you just brought up will probably be a big deal right there. The potential of a fight with Whack 100 in him.
Yeah, that'll be dope. People definitely tap into that. People will tap into that. And they'll be promoting it crazy.
Excuse me, but everything good, Rosewood? What's been popping with you, man? How has members only Mondays been, man, and
Hey,
Fridays?
great, man. Great, man. A lot of artists been coming through showing the love, man. Been working, man. Really been working. We got a lot of things coming up as far as radio in the city of Philadelphia. Doing a lot of things with internet radio on Station Head. We got the members only live radio station. So we be going live before and after the show, doing interviews with artists live from 1122 Studios. We locked in. Shout out to all the artists from Philly that be tapping in, all the artists in the tri-state, man. Locked in. Definitely, man, got a lot going on, man. Renegades project is out now. Ace the Chemist, that Day One project is out now. LX Pretty Gangster album is out now, man. We about to do a tour soon. I'm gonna be letting you know when the tour coming through, man. We definitely gonna be trying to come up to CT, booking CT on the list. So I'm definitely gonna make sure that happens.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Okay, Iceberg is in the building.
Iceberg, my J, what up?
One love, Mikey T, the movie star, plus the honorable
You
Rosewood.
already know what it is, man. Salute my brother Razor. He home right now, working. Schizo, what up, my J? West Virginia, always in the building.
Yeah, West V in here, WV up in this bitch.
Doc, tapping in, South Philly in the building. What up?
Major salute to South Philly.
Yeah, shout out Frank with the grippers going, my J. Shout out Siegel, man.
Wack and Schizo said Wack and Crip Mac. Yeah, people would watch that.
It'll be entertaining. It's two entertaining people. So people will definitely watch that.
Let me see what's going on.
It will only be like 3 rounds and they'll have headgear on. So should be all right.
Oh, they'll have headgear on as well.
Yeah, because they not gonna let them not have headgear on. They're pressing Roy Jones and Mike Tyson for headgear, and they had to bend the rules and tell them they wasn't gonna do it. So they're gonna make them do that.
Dope. So we got to talk a little bit about another topic. It might be a little bit dated because BMF actually has come and gone at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But
can't wait for that second season though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you and me both.
I can't wait for that, John. I seen a couple of people said it's probably gonna fizzle out. I was like, no, I think it's only gonna get better.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, man. There's no doubt about that. I think I wouldn't be shocked if they've already signed on for at least 2 more seasons.
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely wouldn't be shocked if that happened. It's probably definitely in the working.
But yo, so Rick Ross made claims that 50 Cent only made 250K off of producing the entire BMF first season, man. What's your take on Rick Ross making those claims? I mean, 250,000, $250,000.
Mm-hmm. Which is good because this is the BMF series. This is the first of it. They have to see what it's going to be at first before they kick it out. So let's say whatever, if it's stars or whoever's that's kicking out the real money for it, they'll say, okay, let's see how this first season goes, and then like you said, we're going to book it for 2 or 3 more. Now, those 2 or 3 more, they're going to be worth more than 250,000 a piece. So, say he might get 1 million, so he might get 3 million now. So, you look at the money on the back end. So, with Raw saying that, it's like he trying to throw a jab at 50, but really 50 is playing the long game, which is the smart game, especially in Hollywood.
Yep, I totally agree with you on that, Rosewood. During this first season, you know what I mean? That you can't expect them to throw the major bag at 50. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You can't
Facts.
expect that. But now, with how well the season has gone,
Facts.
and
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
something you would kind of expect a guy like Rick Ross to actually know, Rosewood. It's kind of odd that Rick Ross would call him out for something like this, Rosewood, because you would expect Ross to know, like, you got to put the building blocks together before somebody gives you a whole castle.
Exactly. That I'm glad you said it like that. That analogy right there was great because Ross knows what it takes, to build things, and I'm pretty sure he knows how it works on, the say the Hollywood scale. With working with that industry and how the money comes in and how your money flow is. You normally don't. You're not getting really money on the back end unless you're a well established actor or director or both. You're not going to get that real crazy bag up front. You have to really put in a lot of time and work in that field to really get that upfront bag. Normally, they're going to give you a nice little, and for him even to get a 250,000 for that first season is really dope, for real, for real. That shows you that it was definitely worth something, and they definitely wanted the story. And if 50 could produce a great product, then they'll be giving him more money on the back end, which I definitely think they are.
Yeah, man, it's money that's, in the future. BMF has a potential to become a really extremely big show. I mean, uh,
Yes.
we've seen other shows become worth, $1 billion. So there's
Hmm.
really no stop to where 50 could go with this, unless they only make it like 2 or 3 seasons.
But I mean, even if you get, say, even if you get 3 seasons, right? I think they're going to be, say, you see how they had like the Eminem cameo. I think there's going to be more cameos for from other artists. From this all walks of hip hop, old and young. I think, and that's going to give a spark for other artists to make a comeback or even put their face back out there on the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually spoke with Bizarre. I don't know if anybody missed it, my interview with Bizarre from D12, but I actually spoke with him about Eminem's cameo. I won't ruin it here in case anybody hasn't seen it and wants to go
Mhm.
check out the interview, but I did a dope new interview with Bizarre from D12. But yeah, man. So Pooh Shiesty has spoken out from prison, man. Um,
Facts.
but Wack 100 also spoke to Pooh Shiesty's dad.
Mm.
He spoke to Pooh Shiesty's pops, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get into all that tonight, Rosewood,
Mm-hmm.
but what do you make? Is that a Philly thing, where they pull the pops card?
No, as far as somebody's case and what's going on with their case.
I mean, in general, is it like, do you see normal guy be like, yo, I know the young dude's dad, I know his pops, so I
Uh,
expect to, I
Well,
got a lot of love for the young dude.
no, no, yeah, no, definitely. There's definitely that in the city of Philadelphia. It's definitely a lineage thing, a generational thing in the city of Philadelphia. And if your father was somebody in the city, then people are going to know, and it's going to be a respect thing until you lose the respect yourself. But other than that, it keeps it going.
Yeah, man, we're going to get into all this shit tonight about Wack 100, who is catching a little bit of heat now for the things he's saying on the internet. He's kind of backtracking a little bit, but he's defending himself. Wack 100 even said in this new joint he did, he said if he was doing what the streets wanted him to do, he would be crucifying the young
Mhm.
boy right now. Wack
Mhm.
100's words. He said he would be crucifying Pooh Shiesty, but he's not Rosewood because he's got love for his pops. He has a relationship with his pops that apparently goes all the way back, to Damu.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's just you had those connections in the industry for real, and it'd be a lot of connections that we don't know about. People that have been making moves in the industry before, a lot of people were even listening to rap music. They're still around. They still make moves in the background. They might not want the limelight or the shine or the fame. They might get their bag and go in the back end. But one thing's for certain, they got integrity, and when they speak, their words mean something. And you're not going to see those people all the time. Those are the people that pay the background and make things happen.
Yeah, so that's one of our main topics tonight. Pooh Shiesty addressing Wack 100, addressing the snitching claims that are going on right now involved with his cases. We're also going to be talking about Dark Low. There's a new update on Dark Low. And also, we're going to get more heavily into this topic about Rick Ross exposing 50 Cent's salary. You know what I'm saying? But is he really exposing the man's salary when a man has multiple salaries, Rosewood?
Sure.
Because the guy, we're not even just talking music. You know what I mean? The guy has power. He had,
Mhm.
he had For Life. He had
Right,
BMF.
right.
He had This Is 50 Central on BET. So he has multiple different streams of income, multiple different salaries. So why
Facts.
is Ross picking apart at this one right here for 250,000?
I mean, he think it, like I said earlier, he think it's a jab at 50 Cent, but it's a poor jab at 50 Cent. Because I wasn't even thinking about what you said was a great point, that he has several streams of income. So how do you pick just one income? We don't know, and it's public record. You can look it up and see how much he made from each one in 2022, 2021. You can see when he made whatever amount of money, and I'm going to believe that is more than 250,000. You know, so I'm not saying off the entertainment side, not even the music. I'm not saying off the entertainment side with the shows. I'm going to say it's more than 250,000 that he made. So that's to single out the one show, and it's the first one, knowing that when he re up for the contract for whatever amount of episodes seasons they want to do,
If you
it's a
think it's
way
going to
bigger
be
bag.
if you think it's going to be $250,000, then you just don't know business. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly. Because it's definitely not going to be that,
Yeah.
especially with the success that the first season had. It's going to get hit with a way bigger budget, and he's going to get hit with a way bigger bag.
Okay, so he gets a bigger bag, he gets a bigger budget.
Hmm.
This is a little off topic, Rosewood, but you mentioned it, so that's why I'm taking
Hmm.
it there. You said you could see other cameos.
Facts.
What other cameos could you see? Maybe more high profile actors or more high profile musicians?
I would say I'm definitely going to say more high profile musicians, and we probably get some more high profile actors. We can get a Makai Pfeiffer or say a Lorenz Tate stepping into some type of roles like
That's what I'm
that.
talking about.
We can get other actors, say maybe like a Dave East, or say even some of the characters that was on like the Wu Tang Saga, something like that. Some faces that we know, or the guy that played in the Tupac movie or whatever that played Tupac. Maybe we get some of those other people like that we've seen in hip hop movies come into this lane right here with BMF.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, man. Maybe even some of the guys, like these guys like Gravy, who have been known for playing big, or even like the dude
Facts,
who
yeah.
played Suge
You know.
Knight. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be dope. It'll be dope. Even to get, Method Man is already doing like, power or whatever. But even to
Okay.
see like some of the older, rappers stepping into maybe an actor role, even if you could get like see somebody like Snoop or something like that. But
Snoop
I'm
is
just
doing his thing as the pastor.
right. He is Snoop is already in there. Hey, right. Snoop's the pastor. So we definitely gonna get some more rappers that's gonna be in there. Maybe because I think like David Banner is coming out like he's in like a movie or something that's coming out. So we may get like somebody like David Banner or somebody like that. It could be it could be like somebody like Trick or somebody from like Detroit, or maybe they bring in somebody from
Yep.
Atlanta. Some people from maybe like Big Boy from Outkast.
Maybe
Maybe play
Bizarre since he's from Detroit.
even Bizarre too. It can be any, multiple people that's from Royce the 5'9".
Yep,
It could
Royce
be
the five
multiple.
nine.
It could be multiple people definitely on the Detroit end, but
Or
now
it
they
could be
could bring
their more popular acts of the moment. You got T Grizzly, you got Sada
yeah,
Baby.
yep. So you got Babyface, right? Ice Square Vizzo.
And
You know,
Rosewood, now that the show has become so popular, maybe last year they would have been like, we don't know. But this year, every single industry guy is going to want to be in the show.
yeah, because they know everybody is watching that every week, trying to see what's happening next. And if you're a main character, they know they can, your career, gets an added spotlight put onto it if you're in that mix. And that's why I like go back to what we're saying. We know it's a crazy bag on the back end for that, because they know that more people gonna be hopping on. More people. If you had Eminem and Snoop in the first season, you got to make it bigger and better the second, and then the third, and then the fourth, hopefully. So with Ross saying that, I don't understand why Ross, saying all that, because we know the business, especially in Hollywood.
So, yeah, also major shout out to Boldy James. Actually, he
Yeah,
featured
shout
on
out Boldy James. It's
he
crazy. I was listening to a song from him earlier today. That's
yeah
crazy.
he featured on Dark Low's album Borrowed Time with Harry Fraud.
Facts.
So Rick Ross said, "Man, I saw the first episode. I was trying to support the homie Meech." So Ross said it right there, Rosewood. So I just want to get your take on that. He said
Hmm.
he was trying to support Meech. He saw the first episode. You know what I mean? Why do you think he just couldn't hold himself back from dissing this whole thing?
50, 50. It gotta be 50 Cent. That's it. Because if you support Meech, you're gonna rock with it because you know it's historic. Only reason why it gotta be 50 Cent.
Uh, Rosewood, does this ruin Big Meech's thoughts of Rick Ross at this point? I believe Ross made a song where he said he was throwing money in the club alongside Meech or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But, Big Meech has been very vocal about the support for 50 Cent. He's like, this guy gave us something when nobody else would. Do you think right
Facts.
now at this
Facts.
point, Meech coming home in a few years, he don't want to see Ross, or do they dap it up and it's all respect?
I mean, I definitely think it dap it up and it's all respect or whatever. It's just business at the end of the day, for real, for real. And they're always, rappers are always trying to sell products, albums, music, whatever it is they got going on. So they got to stay in the limelight. So Meech is going to understand at the end of the day. And he definitely know, like he said, he giving 50 Cent, the flowers right there, saying basically he had a couple hit shows, but he still took a chance with BMF because obviously it was a lot of probably execs that didn't want to do that show, and he probably really pushed for it, and they saw the outcome now, and now
Right.
it's going to be major. And about time Meech come home, it's really going to have a lot of traction to it.
So right there, I gotta ask you as well. Do you think like Rick Ross is watching this show He turns on the show and he's just like, man, I really don't want to watch this show. This is 50's show. I really don't want to watch this shit. But let me get some popcorn.
I think he still watched it. I think he watched the whole thing.
You think he watched the whole series?
Yeah.
It's what do you say? It's like when you have a potato chip, you know what I mean? You can't just eat one, you know what I mean? That's a series where I was glad some weeks, that 1 week, I think when 2 episodes were out, man, because that was, that was a lit series, man. We'll see what happens with it, man. I'm very hyped for season 3.
You and me both.
Before we get up off of this, I do want to ask you, Big Meech comes home. How long before he's actually able to go back out to the nightclubs and start being the old Big Meech again?
I don't think he's going to be the old Big Meech again. That's a different time, and it was just different back then. And, after spending that time, you're going to operate way different. So when he comes home, just to get his freedom, he's definitely going to be blessed with that. And when he's going to be able to move around, because I think they're going to set up, things, especially like the TV, maybe movies and other things with acting, probably with his son, that he's going to be able to be involved in. So I don't think he's real, like when he gets to the club, it's going to be more for, business for real, work or even celebrating after something like a movie premiere or something like that,
Right. But how long? We're gonna bring in SV Twiz right now. But my question:
salute.
How
good,
long, Rosewood, before he can actually step back out into those clubs?
Well, I think it won't be as soon as he get out or whatever. Things will get squared away, so it'll be like a couple months, maybe 6 months to a year. But like I said, they'll have things set up as far as like acting things or movie things or things going on with their story or maybe going on with his son with acting and doing things like that, where now that you're out, you have to be out at a party or a club because it has something to do with the project you're working on, or maybe the project is finishing up. You're promoting the project. So, of course, you're going to be out at the clubs. You're going to be out at the venues. Of course, you're going to be fly. So, it could be 6 months because, like I said, they might have it already set up. Depending on the success of BMF, it could be early when he get out or later. It depends on how they're going to be maneuvering with the projects they got going on when he gets out.
Everybody hit that share button, hit the like. I got my guy Rosewood in the building, and we have just been joined by the Hood Blogger, y'all. The Hood Blogger is in the building. SV Twiz, what's popping, bro?
I'm chilling, Mikey T, the movie star, bro. What's good? The honorable Herb, man. Good to see you, man.
You already know, always a pleasure.
Definitely. You know how we carry it, man. Once again, we're going to make another, classic night on the panel, y'all. Salute, Schizo. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We about to get busy and do what we do.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Definitely appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight, man. Twiz, we're just wrapping up this topic where Rick Ross just couldn't help himself. He said that he wanted to watch the series. He said he saw the first episode because he wanted to support the homie Meech, but he really couldn't help himself in dissing 50 Cent over it. Dissing him for the amount of money that he made for it. $250,000, apparently, allegedly, was the salary of 50 Cent for BMF, and he's dissing him over it. He's saying, I'm glad you made that quarter.
I mean, we all know the history with 50 and Rick Ross. And we also know that 50 is the type of person that poke holes in everybody. So, the important part is, not only is he making a bag from it, but, what he's doing is going down in history. Like these series and things that he's putting out is going down with like The Wire, things like that. True. You know what I mean? So, he's starting a whole new wave. But, I expect Rose to get his troll on when it comes to 50.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I
something
said.
I wanted to bring up. I mean, it's funny that Rick Ross wants to diss 50 Cent for getting $250,000 for a new show. But how about the fact that I don't know if you guys saw the new blog, but Rick Ross actually went out in his own yard and was cutting down his own trees because he didn't want to pay $10,000 to take down 10 trees. So what he did was he actually went and had one of his homies buy a chainsaw, which my guy was telling me you could go get a chainsaw for, $400 or $500, whatever it costs.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, he's saving $9,500 off the rip. So next thing you know, Rick Ross is on his Instagram with a chainsaw like Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Literally, Twiz, he's running at the camera like Leatherface too.
Oh, man.
He cut down a tree. You know what I'm saying? So I asked my boy, I'm like, yo, what do you think about that? They told Rose 10,000, 10 trees, and they'd clear them out and everything. And he was like, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I would have did that too, especially somebody like Rose. These guys would go and drop 10,000 at a strip club. Why not handle your property? Because like you said, you got to get rid of it too. And when it comes to cutting trees, it's a science to it. You don't want that thing falling and hitting your house or nothing, or crushing nobody.
Yeah. You pay your homie. He never have a day of landscaping experience in his life.
Rose like, I give you $1,500 to help me out, bro.
Tripping. Tripping.
It's nuts. That's nuts. Now you buy the equipment for $500. Now you've hired your friend for another $1,500. You know what I mean? I'll give you $1,500 to help me out for the day. And now you might even hurt yourself though, man. Dealing with a chainsaw, it's not fun and games, man.
No,
exactly. Not. Especially you said he was running with it. He could have tripped, bro, on that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Already
been a bad jump. Jump.
It would. That's what I'm saying.
Bond Simmons is about to tap in. He said, I paid for trees. It's cheap to cut, expensive to remove from the property. You see,
so I would have actually remove them.
I would have actually thought if you get the tree down, that you could, like, somebody would want to come buy it from you or something for the wood. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. It is companies that will buy the wood and, bust it down. But him being on such a... Yeah, exactly. Him being on such the level he is, he's not like one of us where we can reach out to somebody that'll get the job done for, a solid price. So he's just probably, calling regular landscape properties and they like, this Rick Ross on the phone. You know what I mean?
Yep, and they gave him that
10,000.
They gave him that same treatment that those little kids gave to baby when they were selling all those little ring pops. You know what I mean? The baby's like, how much you gonna get for those? And they're like, $200.
Right.
$200. And the baby's like, what are you talking about, man? Those things are at least you probably only get like $50, $60 a box maximum.
Right. Trying to play me.
Trying to play me like that. That's what the baby was saying. Maurice Williams says, Maurice Witherspoon, my bad, brother. He said, I just tapped in. Have you got to Dark Low yet? No, we have not got to Dark Low yet, and I appreciate you for tapping in. We're about to be joined by Bond Simmons, and then we're going to get everything going, but we have our little preview topic here, 50 Cent and Ross. Obviously, Twiz was saying everybody knows the history between these guys, man. But I put up a question in the chat. We put up a poll in the chat, actually. I want to know. I want everybody to vote. What fight do you guys want to see more? What boxing match do you guys want to see more? Wack 100 versus Crip Mac or Crip Mac versus Blueface? Now, Twiz, earlier on the stream, Rosewood put it out there that the more interesting fight would probably be Crip Mac versus Wack 100.
That would be definitely interesting. I think Wack could get over on him, though. You know what I mean? Wack might get over on him. Blueface, and I would probably rather see Blueface and Crip Mac because they really been going back and forth. Even though Crip Mac had a little situation where he was just bombing on Wack. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't want to say like the red and blue thing. I just wanted to say like, that was that's Blueface manager. So it's like, all right,
yeah,
and Wack always getting into something with somebody. We ain't seen him getting into nothing since Stitches. So it's like, all right, let's see Wack get up in the ring for real, for real. Let's see what Wack can do. And you see right there, you think Wack can dust him off? I don't know. I don't know.
So.
I don't know.
I've seen Crip Mac throw his hands up, bro. He be leaning backwards, like, bro, you trying to get tilted over. Salute, Joseph. I see you too. Much love to Canada.
Salute,
I appreciate you, bro.
Joseph says Blueface, he a runner.
So Blueface will probably try to outwin Crip Mac because like Crip Mac is used to like the street fighting. Okay. You know what I mean? And you know how it is when you used to street fighting and then you get in that ring and you get your boots dusted in that ring. You could be a great street fighter, but if you don't got lung control and know when to turn it up, the average street fighter, we try and knock somebody out soon as we get in that joint. Like, with them gloves, they don't be connecting like knuckle to face. So it'd be like, bro, he ain't fall yet. Now I'm about to collapse.
Right, and you got right. That's why I said I'm like Blueface got experience now.
Yeah,
because he fought the TikTok or the YouTube guy, and Blueface had to train for that. So Blueface, I don't think he's gonna stop training after he first got that training. He's gonna keep it going or whatever. He's gonna try to keep pushing that whatever. So when the time come again for him to do some celebrity boxing, he can keep going.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, judging by the poll so far, we've got 8 votes in the poll, and all the votes are actually for Wack 100 versus Crip Mac. Crip Mac versus Blueface, which is the fight that is being presumed at this point. Like Rosewood was saying, Blueface has been the one who has competed in boxing before, the one who's probably still training. Wack 100 kind of looks at himself more as a manager podcaster, but Twiz, if they bring him the check, I don't think Wack 100 turns down that check.
I would like to see them in the backyard fight, man. The street John, just let them get it out. Yeah, the street beef joint, like
a cinematic boxing match.
Roll right in the middle of Cali somewhere, under the homie's backyard. Just get greasy, like
facts.
Yeah.
Wow,
Crip Mac putting Wack in the headlock.
Oh, hold on. We got one vote. We got one vote for Crip Mac versus Blueface. We'll see if that fight actually happens. You know what I mean? Crip Mac is taking on some overwhelming popularity right now. Why do the people like Crip Mac, Twiz? Is it because, in my take in that whole thing, it's because he's funny. It's because he can be funny, he can be serious. That is almost like the best combination when it comes to acting. When you have an actor who can be in the drama, when you have an actor who can be in the comedy.
And you hit it on the nose right there, Mikey. But what make it crazy with Crip Mac is, like, you know how you can have somebody, even one of your greatest actors, and they have an interview and they talking regular, they become they become like regular. You know what I mean? They can have but Crip Mac is always a character. Like, his personality is just, people gravitate to it. He's just entertaining being himself, man, and he don't got no filter. And he also gives back, like the back in the day, Crip stuff and all of that with like the old English and the, you know what I mean? Like, so he just got a whole different style to him, a unique style. So shout out to Crip Mac.
So I want to ask you, Twiz, because Crip Mac basically spazzed out when Wack 100, mentioned him over and over again on Clubhouse while he was incarcerated. I want to ask you, because Crip Mac had said this. He said, the last thing I'm gonna say, because I'm not going back and fifth and making this shit long with you, boy. I'm gonna go ahead and say it just like this, cuz most parole officers don't give a F about nobody on Neighborhood Crip. MFers who've been in and out of jail know about 10-day flashes. This has been my first 10-day flash, cuz since I've been on parole. Reason is I do great things. But Twiz, could you explain what a 10-day flash is? Are you familiar with it?
A 10-day flash. I don't know. I don't know in that term right there. You know, we probably got a different term out here in Philly, like
it's a Cali
10-day. Yeah, 10-day flash. I can't really.
Well, so I looked it up, and it says basically it's to detain a person in county jail, but not for more than 10 days.
Oh, we don't got that out Philly. Like I never heard of nothing like for instance, if you on parole and you catch like a minor case, say you got like a little bit of herb on you, what you do is they send you up, and what you gotta wait to see your back judge. And if what they put on you is something called the detainer. If your back judge lift that detainer, then you can come home, whether it's a bail, or your case might hold R&R. So if it ain't no bail, then you will get straight out. But yeah, you will be ahead of the judge within 10 days. So that's what he's probably talking about, seeing your back judge.
Right.
Now, Twiz, what do you make of Crip Mac getting so defensive of Wack 100 speaking on him while he's locked up? You know what I mean? Because in my opinion, he seemed like he was just trying to do good, meaning Wack.
To me, like me personally, I didn't hear Wack say nothing too disrespectful. Like I didn't hear him try to play him. He said that he heard that, you know, somebody like probably told on Crip Mac, like what that seemed like. But I think what it sounded like is, we know Crip Mac and Whack, they had like a little back and forth previous events. So it sounded like when he came home, somebody that was in Crip Mac's circle, like, yo, bro, this dude Whack, he still got your name in his mouth. And so it sounded like he was just addressing it from, you know, hearsay.
Yep. Facts, man. Facts. But let's bring in our co-host from New York.
Again.
Bond Simmons.
What up, my G?
Salute to the
outside in the building.
Y'all looking good hats, man.
Yeah, man.
TNR.
Man.
My brothers, man. Salute y'all, man.
So, guys, we've got some shit to talk about. We got to talk about Pooh Shiesty and Wack 100. Pooh Shiesty's dad actually has gotten involved with this, you know, because Wack 100 has been sounding off on Clubhouse again. You know, Wack said maybe they got on one accord, you know, when talking about Pooh Shiesty and his co-defendants. And he said, this is what we're all doing. Now, this is what I had said yesterday on the live stream. I don't think that Pooh Shiesty would sign into a plea deal without having the same understanding as all of his co-defendants. You know what I'm saying, Bonds? Like they were all sitting up together. I don't think Pooh Shiesty, being who he is, I don't think he would put himself at risk to, you know, leave all his homies in jail on some snitching shit.
Yeah. It wouldn't make sense thinking rationally, but you know, yeah, and I wouldn't put that on him. But I will say, you know, sometimes in extreme situations, you don't think rationally. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you know, it's that fight or flight, like they say sometimes, kick in, man. So you're gonna save yourself, you know. But nah, I think, you know, he got enough. He should have enough, you know, a strong enough support system around him. We got good lawyers. We got, you know, people that, you know, supporting him. So I don't think he should be, you know, folding at this point. And I'm pretty sure the way he was talking, I mean, they never do, but this should have been expected. I mean, I hope that this was expected. Like,
yeah, you know, Twiz, what I had said was that I didn't think Pooh Shiesty, or that you know, I didn't think Pooh Shiesty would have taken the charge without having gotten everything together with his team. You know, I thought that was pretty clear as day.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, it can go a lot of ways. First and foremost, like exactly what Bond said, you can't really put telling past nobody. We all witnessed the toughest guys fold due to circumstances. And, you know, they get a wake-up call when they sitting in there. And on top of that, it's like, if he told, it would have hit the air from people that was in his circle before anybody. You wouldn't just hear a random person talking about, oh, I heard he did this. I heard these names was mentioned. The first people that's going to crucify you is the guys that was in your circle that was around you. You know what I mean? So that would have hit the air first and foremost. You know what I mean? So I doubt that he told. Is it possible? It's possible for anybody. You know what I mean? Can't trust nobody when them football numbers getting thrown at you. But to me, the evidence they got don't seem like he told. You know what I mean? It's just like shooting from the hip. Real rap, salute Trench, baby. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a bad joint, and it's unfortunate that Wack is on there, you know, gossiping and shooting from the hip like that. She don't do that, bro. Yeah, I mean, that ain't thorough.
Nice.
So, you know, Wack was doing this interview, or I don't know if you could call it an interview. It's a Clubhouse conversation. And Wack said, you know, I just saw Moneybagg Yo. This was a little bit off topic, kind of. He said, that's my guy. Well, it's on topic in regard to, I guess, Moneybagg Yo and Big 30 are cool. So he said, I just saw Moneybagg Yo. That's my guy. I just saw Yo Gotti. We was all in the same box at the Ye concert. There was like 12 of us there, you know. So Wack is like within the elite of the industry. Like, what do you make of Wack being amongst all of these elite, you know, industry guys, Rosewood?
Well, I think Wack, that's Wack. He already been around the industry elite. You know, when Game stepped in the industry and was doing his thing, Wack never left. You know, maybe he's just putting a different spotlight on him now, and more people are seeing him. But I think he was always in certain circles. Maybe yes, he is in more elaborate circles now because his name is out there. He made his presence known. But I think he was always in those industry circles. You know, he was always in the know. Put it like that. He was always in the know what's going on in the industry.
So Wack had spoke on Pooh Shiesty's father. You know, he said Pooh Shiesty's dad is not mad at all. Bonds, what do you make of Wack 100 going to speak with Pooh Shiesty's father, who he has been cool with for some years now?
What did he want to speak to him about? What though?
It was about the telling stuff. Like, basically what had happened was Wack, just to, you know what I mean, run it past you real quick. So Wack went on Clubhouse and he didn't necessarily say that, he didn't straight up say that Shiesty told. He said that it seemed like him and his co-defendant seemed like they made a deal. Like, you know how people go to the feds and they be like, bro, I'm gonna tell on you, you tell on me, we gonna break our time down. So he was trying to say it was one of them Johns. So afterwards, he supposedly had spoke to Shiesty Pop, and then Shiesty Pop, Wack 100 was saying that he trying to figure it out too. Wack was trying to push the narrative that Pooh Shiesty Pop was agreeing with how Wack 100 feel as far as it looked fishy, and he trying to figure out what was going on. So that's what he claimed that he spoke to Shiesty Pop for 2 hours about.
Oh, so that's why I heard the dude. I heard Big 30, that's Moneybagg Yo artist. I heard him going off on Wack, talking crazy to Wack and all that on the thing. But that's the thing, yeah, that don't make no sense. See, Wack, I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. Wack be saying a lot, but in this regards though, I haven't really caught Wack in too much lies where he claimed things. You know what I'm saying? But he does like contradict himself sometimes or saying certain things that he, you know what I mean, stand for or whatever. But I mean, that don't make no sense that unless Pooh Shiesty and his pops don't get along or something, like that don't make no sense to why he would be, you know what I'm saying, agreeing with him even if he did though.
Wack had said at the end of the day, I spoke to Pooh Shiesty's daddy because that's my homie. He's a Damu. Me and Pooh Shiesty's daddy, we both convicts. We spoke for 2 hours this morning. So, Twiz, what do you make of Wack 100 taking the dad route, you know, because of the fact that they have a previous relationship?
I think, you know, the streets respect the streets, but I think Wack 100 was sugarcoating what the conversation was about. You mean to tell me you on the phone with Pooh Shiesty Pop, aka his manager, Bond? So they still got a great relationship because he managed Shiesty too.
Oh right? Yeah, so
So they got a great relationship. You know, his son is the face of him. So you mean to tell me you was on the phone with Shiesty Pop for 2 hours, bro? For 2 hours, and those 2 whole hours he agreeing with you?
Yeah,
No,
if
it's being sugarcoated.
yeah, if you lying or his pop, if that's true, his pops is soft.
Let
I hate
and
to
let
say
let
it.
and let me
Well,
break it
well,
down.
well. Let's get into it a little bit further because Wack continued on. He said we shared paperwork and was going over shit. Pooh Shiesty's dad is not mad at all. I talked to Pooh Shiesty's daddy. His daddy is his manager. You got to remember. Have y'all not paid attention to how the shooting at the club went away? Can't nobody tell Pooh or his dad how that happened because they know how it happened. The tape went missing. What do you make of that right there, though, Twiz?
In the streets, it don't exist. You know what I mean? When you in that limelight, a lot of times that don't exist either. I never heard of nothing like that before a day in my life, where something like that would just disappear. You know what I
Facts.
mean?
If they bought
But
that shit or something.
yeah, but it was a live shooting in the club, so it's like it's floating
Right.
all through the internet. So it's like that's like damn near impossible to sweep it under the rug. Like that's no different than what he went through. Even though ain't nobody get hit, that's kind of like the Troy Ave joint. That would have been like that getting swept under the rug. We talking about
Mm.
live on camera at a club where not only is the club recording it, people had their cell phones out. Like, look, Shiesty, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Right.
that right there, that joint was crazy. Real
Right.
rap skit. So that was a crazy joint right there. So I didn't even
Yeah.
know that joint disappeared. That's unheard of.
But it don't matter. It matters what's making it in the courtroom. Like if 20 people taped it on their phone and nobody got it in the courtroom, then it don't matter. They gotta present it. The jury gotta see it in court. It gotta be part of the evidence. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be like that. So now if they got people taping it, like say they got 2 people taping and they got the club footage of it. Now they could get the club footage if they, you know what I mean, told the club, listen, we're gonna pay you for this footage, but if they already know who was taping, niggas might have put it on you. Yo, take the let me get let me XY. We got whoever. I mean, if it was one girl, or if they didn't get the actual, if they got aftermath, if they didn't get actually him with a gun in his hand like this, like they had Troy Ave. You seen Troy Ave kneeling down with a gun. If they don't
Yeah.
got that, then is probable causes. All I'm saying. Now for him, now for me, for somebody that's not a millionaire, they're gonna convict me with less evidence, and I'm gonna have to fight an appeal. But he should have a good enough lawyer that if they don't have that, you know what I mean,
But the whole thing is he's got hemmed up in this first case. You know, like I was
Right.
saying the other day, if he never caught that whole situation at King of Diamonds, I'm fairly certain he would have wiped it. I'm pretty certain he would have beat this case he was going through. But the fact that
True.
he got the King of Diamonds case, the man was facing over 100 years in jail. Rosewood, was there anything that you wanted to say on this, or do you feel like it's been covered?
Nah, I feel like they basically Bonds and Twiz, they basically covered it. But I will say this or whatever, I heard, Pooh Shiesty and his co-defendant entered to a proverb agreement or whatever. So, they're all agreeing to take the deal at the same time. So, whatever way his lawyer is working behind the scenes, we won't know. That's up to him and his lawyer at the end of the day. And everything else is just speculation, or if they say in the court of law, it's hearsay.
So Wack said, at the end of the day, Chuck, and salute to our guy Big Chuck from Death of the Clout Chaser. He said, I'm still confused about our people and their absent-minded third grade mentality. Where did Wack say this? Where did he say it at? Anytime a dude doesn't have the audio to what you're writing, it's because something isn't going to match. This is why I'm confused. I'm confused about his dad. He said, I heard what you tried to do. You tried to curb the narrative. And that's where that's why Pooh Shiesty's dad was actually messing with Wack 100 because he was trying to flip the narrative to a certain degree from what he's saying here. But Twiz, what way did Wack initially try to spin the narrative to you?
He tried to spin a narrative where it was like everything I'm saying is right, and Shiesty Pop agree with me. That's how he originally came off.
I call this the 50 Cent narrative, where Wack is just trying to get you to believe in everything that he's saying right here. But I really like how you called that out, Twiz, because he's leaving out probably a big part of the conversation that he had with his dad, you know?
Absolutely.
Definitely. Twiz hit it on the nose. He sugarcoated that situation.
Bro,
right. It don't matter, like you know the way Wack is talking on the internet every day, all day, is like you already know at this point if you have a conversation with Wack 100, it's going public. You might as well just go live with the conversation right then. You know what I mean? So why would you, if you going through something with your son going through something, you have a 2-hour conversation with Wack where you know that he got a stenographer right there, damn near recording everything.
Right, but Bonds, it's like you said about the Pooh Shiesty incident at King of Diamonds with the camera footage. If they don't have that exact angle like they had on Troy Ave, and Wack 100 is saying right here, and he's saying about how if they have the audio, if they don't have the audio to match what they're writing, you know what I mean? That they're not gonna have everything, but you know what I mean? People are just chopping up audio because at one point, the only thing I heard Wack 100 say was, where do I have it? I have it right here in my notes. Wack 100 he said, I did see what I read. It is what that is. Now, the term is, it is what it is. And there is another term, it is what that is, referring to what? Snitching.
Yeah. Now, what I just gotta say about that is, just because it was other names in the actual paperwork, was it an actual? Did he testify? Like, did he get that information? For instance, if we all catch a case together, all our names is gonna be in the paperwork, bro. So if all our names in the paperwork and we all bite the deal, say for instance, I was the main person that did something, and we all was together. Now y'all was with me. Now y'all all got conspiracy for that. You know what I mean? It'd be like, you know what I mean? Everybody's name would be tied up in it.
Right.
Now, if I go and sit in front of the DA and they'd be like, you know what? We got y'all red-handed. We know for a fact you did this. If you plead guilty 6 years right now, you just get 6 years. If you take it to trial, you're looking at 20 to 50. So if I be like, give me the deal, now everybody is guilty now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody guilty, and everybody's name is in that paperwork. But it don't mean that he sat there and was like, you know what? Rosewood did this, Mikey T was doing this, and Bonds was doing that. So he need to be more clear about the names in the paperwork, because that's what happened when you catch a case with co-defendants.
Mm-hmm.
And they just wanted to be they wanted to assume so bad that Pooh Shiesty was, you know what I mean? Since Bonds is the rapper of our group, you know, Bonds is going to get the deal and we're all going to be left up Schitt's Creek. You know what I mean? Everybody was thinking Pooh Shiesty was going to take that route. But, you know, speaking as a rapper, Bonds, you got to know Pooh Shiesty, he's doing too well right now to leave his friends like that and ruin his rap reputation.
Yeah, plus, I mean, like I said, this can't be a surprise at this point. You know what I'm saying? And you already know, like, listen, his pops was in the game. His pops know what it is. His pops is managing him. You know what I'm saying? So his pops did time with Wack and all that. He done been blood 20. Like, so if you don't know what's going on, if you don't know you're about to get, you know what I'm saying? You had to expect that. That couldn't be a surprise. So like, it's no reason. The point is, like, there's no reason to be that, you know what I mean? That's scared to the fact where you're not going to see this through, or at least see what's going on. You're just about to tell and cave in. Like, you got to walk this down, bro. You was expecting this.
Facts.
So Wack said, I said exactly. He said, yeah, this is why dudes is calling me. I was like, did you hear the audio? Did you hear the man say, I know his daddy? I got love for the kid. Did you hear the man say maybe they all came together and said this is why they are going to do and this is what they are going to do? Nah, but somebody wrote. So this is what I'm confused about. What is Big 30 mad about? He's mad about me creating a different way of looking at it. And Twiz, did you actually hear what Big 30 had said?
Facts.
Twiz, what is Big 30? What is Big 30 mad about?
Big 30 is mad about the simple fact that he's supposed to be an older guy. You know what I mean? Like setting the example, but instead, like I said earlier, he shoot from the hip. He was on there running his mouth about Shiesty situation, but the whole thing is this. It's like, bro, at the end of the day, nobody was talking about Shiesty told. I never heard of that until, you know, salute, Lone Wolf. I never heard of that until that Clubhouse meeting they had. So Wack is making it like it's floating all through the internet, everybody talking about it, and then he threw his 2 cents in. No, that wasn't the case. Like how the whole thing started was they was on Clubhouse, and people in Clubhouse was like, "What about Shiesty? Did y'all see his paperwork? People names was in it." Then Wack 100 had start saying what he said about it. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all this. So like, he like, bro, you supposed to be a manager. You supposed to be different. Like, keep it more brief. You could be like, bro, I'll look into the paperwork, you know. But as of now, like, it's nothing really factual. But he was making it like names was being mentioned in there, so that's what made it look crazy.
Trench Baby said that's Big 30's brother. You can't be putting his name with any snitching shit. And
Facts.
this is actually what Big 30 had to say. Big 30 said that fat-headed, bald-headed, irrelevant-ass dude always forces his opinions on shit. Rosewood, Big 30 said Wack 100 forces his opinions. Can I get your comment on that?
Well, yeah, because that's what Wack been doing, and now it's affecting their world. So I expect them definitely to step up, especially if his brother's in that paperwork and Pooh Shiesty, that's his folks or whatever. So you know he don't want him even putting that out there in the air like Twitter said, acting like that's going all around on the internet when somebody just brung up names in the paperwork and he even alluded to that. It shouldn't have went to that word or went to them even doing anything like that. It should have already. He shouldn't have said that. Like he should have way more reserve. Like you said, he's a manager at the end of the day. You're out here trying to do better for the artists and the industry. So you know doing that is not going to reach that goal right there. So I understand where 30 coming from with that one. For real.
Big 30 continued on. He said, my dude never snitched, never bended, broke, or folded. Why do you think he hasn't got a brick? Why do you think he hasn't bounced out yet like the rest of these rappers? You deal with rats. What you even speaking on? So Wack said that he was still mad. He said he's still mad, but I'm still confused. He said somebody called him a rat. Who called him a rat? Wack said, Big 30, I'll see you. I don't understand why you're mad. He said that Moneybag Yo actually comes to the studio and bonds. You mentioned that Big 30 is an associate of Moneybag Yo.
That's his artist. He's signed to BGE. That's
Bread Gang.
He signed to Bread Gang. That's Moneybag artist.
So Bonds, I got to get your take on this, man. How's Moneybag Yo gonna respond to this with Big 30 just going off on Wack 100? I mean, is there levels to this shit? Does he care about an artist more than a manager that he does not use?
Nah, but they from Memphis and all that too. But what I will say in respects to Moneybag, I've never really heard him speak out about issues like in the public and shit. So he might be one of them dudes that handle it the right way. You know what I mean? Maybe him and Wack will have a conversation and it might not be Instagram thing. You know what I'm saying? I never really seen Moneybag Yo do that.
Well, Bonds, you did just say if Moneybag Yo has a conversation.
Yeah, with Wack. But Wack gonna bring it out. We know Wack go to Clubhouse and he gonna give you the
Anyway,
transcript word for word. Yeah.
Anyway, Bonds, even if it's just a one-line DM, there will be a long-ass video about it.
Fact.
Facts. Yeah,
that's a fact.
It'll be a whole Clubhouse.
Rosewood, you work with Razor, you manage artists, you work with a label. Trench Baby says Moneybag is gonna ride with 30 regardless. That's his artist. How do you feel about that whole scenario? Do you see Moneybag Yo even addressing this publicly behind closed doors, like Bond said?
Now, I definitely don't see him do it publicly because I don't see that. That's really not Moneybag Yo's character. Now, Bonds definitely hit it on the muscle. It probably will be some behind the scenes talking, probably mediated between individuals that's higher ranking in the industry. Other than them two probably mediating the thing behind closed doors, and they figure it out that way. So I could definitely see it happening, like Bond said, something behind closed doors, something where it's like, look, after this, it's over. Wack can't speak on it. He can't, go on Clubhouse and talk about it. It just has to be over.
So Twiz, Wack 100 literally just said he doesn't know why Big 30's mad. He said nobody called dude a rat. You know what I'm saying? But Wack also said, so if Pooh Shiesty was somebody that I didn't like, I'd be crucifying him with that paperwork. Just prior to that, Wack had said, the paperwork is out. There's 2 to 3 other people's names out there in this paperwork. I gave a scenario of maybe they are all in cahoots. Well, I could have sworn that the scenario they were talking about was maybe Pooh Shiesty took a deal without his homies being a part of the same deal as him. I could have sworn that's what everybody was talking about, Twiz, or am I mistaken?
That's what could have happened. It just I would have to see the paperwork. Like I said, he could have bit the deal, and sometimes if I'm not sure, like if he got any priors or know how the system work, but like if they offer you a deal, they don't be like, if they pull you in that room, bro, and you talking to them, they'd be like, your case hold this, but the DA is offering you this. Mm-hmm. So if you're not knowledgeable to understand that if you bite that deal, now you're making your co-defendants guilty too, because those original charges, when you plead guilty to that means you pleading guilty to everything that came with them charges. So whoever was with you is getting tied up in that. Right. So, like I said, it would have to depend on the circumstances. I didn't see the paperwork myself. They didn't really break it down too good on there. Like they was just like shooting from the hip.
Well, they all had to cop out to the same charge, which was using a firearm in the middle of a drug transaction. And I don't know how that's going to play out. I really don't know how that's going to play out because of the fact that there wasn't illegal activity going on when they had the weapon. So we'll have to see if their lawyer can flip that one, Bonds.
Of a felony and all that, and the commission of a felony. But This is the thing, like, well, see, that's one of the things I was saying about Wack, like that he be, you know what I'm saying? He be bugging sometimes. Like, you gonna say like, why is Big 30 mad? Then you gonna say like you ain't saying like you can't you mentioning somebody's name in a negative light, and then you saying something like, oh, I could have exposed that. That's like somebody like saying, yo, I could violate bonds, but I ain't gonna violate them. Like you saying that is a violation. So whether you did it or not, I gotta make my business to let you know that I don't care what you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? You do the wrong thing, it's gonna be repercussions. So like, you can't. That's a backwards comment. Like that's a like when somebody say not don't take this offensive, but and then offend you. Like talking about
right?
Yeah. Rosewood Wack said if Pooh Shiesty was someone I didn't like, I'd be crucifying him with that paperwork.
Disrespect.
I know him personally.
It's disrespectful right there.
When I tell you I know him. We've been side to side. We did some business. I know his daddy. I assisted him in his situations that are current now. But he says the word, I'm not calling your homie a rat. But now here he says, if I didn't like him, I'd be crucifying him over this paperwork. So that's hypocritical. That's
And
redundant.
you're saying that is negative paperwork against him. You saying that.
Right. You saying it's negative paperwork.
It's paperwork eligible.
I'm not saying nothing about it because I know him.
But then you saying you know him and you know his fault. So that if you know him and you know his fault and you know all of that, then why you up here just say, "Yo, I work on it"? Like Big 30 said though, for real though. I ain't gonna lie.
Should have been a topic that you kind of ignored. You know what I mean? You could really talk about anything else. AC Suspense says right here, Wack is doing more harm than good, and he doesn't realize it. Is that your take on this, Twiz?
Yeah, he doing a lot more harm, and it's all for the attention, for the popularity, all for the wrong reasons.
Facts.
All for it don't make sense for somebody that claimed to be a millionaire and you've been around all these years, you got all these great relationships, and you got time to sit around and gossip all day, bro. Like, come on, bro. It's no way in hell. It's it's a method to what he doing, and he don't care about nobody, because even if he not completely trying to crucify somebody, what he do is he throw things out there and try to get the people to read between the lines. He know that stuff gonna get reposted on the internet.
Right.
He know people gonna come with the conspiracy theories. He know the outcome of what he do. Yeah. But I guess he feel like that people really fear him when he don't realize, like, I never want to be a fair person, bro. Like, I never want to be that guy where it's like, I'm gonna punch you in your mouth when I see you, or I'm gonna do this, because when you got people on defense, you're gonna come across that one person that's not even gonna give you a chance to do nothing, and they can see you before you see them, and it's a wrap. So he got to be careful on the narratives he pushing on these young boys, bro, because these young boys, they entourages and they family members, like, they don't be playing, bro.
Yeah. It won't even be somebody you talking about. It just be somebody that picked up that energy, because when you pass that energy out, it could be a person you ain't even talking to somewhere else that just picked that energy up and want to see what you're about, bro.
Yep, facts. Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, Bonds, how long before the game gets tired of this shit where Wack 100 is just alienating everybody? How long before it sabotages his career as a manager?
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie though. Him and Game is two peas in a pod, man. Game the same type dude. Game the same type dude. He just don't be on Clubhouse and all that because he has already established career. But Game is the same type dude.
But I think the Game been tired of him. But Wack 100 played a big part of helping Game street credibility. That's just how I see it, bro. Because Wack being so connected to the streets, how he's supposed to be. Who else vouching for Game like Wack? Like, as far as seeing where he really come from and know he really about this, really about that. It was a point in Game career where he was receiving backlash for the butterfly tattoo and things he was doing before rapping. So I feel like even that time, Mikey, we brought up probably like last month where Game had talked about 50 and was like, bro, me and 50, if we were still together, we could have made billions. You know what I mean? So deep down inside, he want to do other things. But Wack is like the muscle behind him. So I feel like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He couldn't get rid of Wack if he wanted to.
True.
Wack know too much about him.
True.
Yeah, I could jack that. That could be. Yeah.
Capital third letter C says, besides, not every situation requires my opinion. Wack speaks on everything. He speaks on everything from this Pooh Shiesty situation, which is sticky, considering he knows the dude's dad. Kind of crazy how you're gonna, bring up this situation when you know the dude's dad. But he even doesn't even stop when it comes to Young Buck. He even wants to pull a Jerry Springer and bring Young Buck and his accuser onto the show. He doesn't quit.
His new name Wacky. That's Wacky Williams, bro. He the new Wacky Williams.
Bro, yeah. Why his pops didn't get mad like Big 30 got mad?
Because Bonds,
you didn't hear that conversation.
But Bonds, let's look at it like this. Has anybody in this chat or on the panel ever heard Shiesty Pop speak out publicly about things?
Yeah.
he like a real G, so he
I was about
moves
to
like
say
a real
real
G.
sound.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what the energy might be if him and Wack really come face to face now.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
But yeah, you know, their whole conversation is something we're not going to hear, but it's something that Wack 100 is obviously going to speak on to use it towards, you know, his credibility.
Don't rule that out that we won't hear it.
Right.
Right.
Don't rule that out.
Yeah, like Wack said, he's going to share text messages. He's going to share screen captures. Who knows? Maybe he'll share a portion of his conversation with Pooh Shiesty's dad if it goes that far.
Facts.
But Bonds, Wack said, I can really get on what I'm supposed to be on, but I like him. His dad said, anything used with a proffer, I'm used to it being bad. So he's saying, you know, like this whole thing, the proffer, which I did look up what a proffer was, but this whole thing with the proffer is something that his dad, you know, usually, you know, recognizes as something being bad. But I really want to know what you think of that first part, Bonds, with I can really get on what I'm supposed to be on, but I like him.
Yeah, so he told me like he's supposed to be on that shit where he, you know what I'm saying? I guess he's supposed to feel like he's supposed to be exposing people that's ratting, or he's supposed to be, you know, the gatekeeper, or he's supposed to be, you know, saying who's certified, stamping the stamps. He's the notary, notary public for the gangsters. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man.
He's the new Suge Knight.
Nah, he does saying he's the one that's if you got some dirt or some smut on your name or whatever, he's the one that exposed it. He's not going to let you be free out here. But like you said, he's contradicting himself because he's saying, oh, if I didn't know him or whatever, then I'll be putting this out. I'll be putting this smut out. But I know I'm cool with him, so I'm going to let that slide. It's weird. It's weird.
Twiz, what do you think about that, man? That's just flaw to me. The fact that he would go on the internet and literally say that, man. He's literally exposing his own character and saying that you can't go on the internet and be like, yo, this dude is a rat, but I'm not going to say he's a rat because I'm friends with his dad. Like, bro,
that's weird.
That's some flaw-ass shit.
It's real disrespectful because it's only one other person that he tried to push a narrative for, and that was 6ix9ine. Well, we know that he really had told, and he was like, "Oh, you was just a civilian, or you did that because of this." So now he's trying to do the same thing with Shiesty, except Shiesty, it's no real proof that he told. He's just trying to, you know, push a narrative. Like I like the kid, but if I ain't like him, I could really crush him if I wanted to. So you basically saying that, yeah, he told, but you giving him the benefit of the doubt because you got a little love for him. So that make it even worse.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
Yeah, if all of these guys, so back to it, if all of us are locked up together, you know, and Bonds hits us all up, Bonds' lawyer hits us up and he's like, listen, yeah, that's right, knock on wood. He hits us up and he's like, listen, y'all, we got a deal sitting on the table. It's going to wipe out 3 of the 4 charges, and we're all looking at 6 years rather than a maximum of 80 years. You know, if that deal comes in, you know what I mean? If that deal comes through and all guys accept the deal to plead guilty, that's something that happens all the time.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
How is accepting a plea deal being called a snitch?
Yeah, if we all saying we all like we just gonna cop out, whatever, like, and we all.
Well, most of the time, if you locked up with co-defendants, they try to make it so y'all can't talk to each other. So we would have to talk between people. It's like, you know what I mean? Like our people on the outside. Right. Yeah, but most of the time your attorney not gonna say nothing to your co-defendant though. Like,
I got a feeling if Bonds was in the position of Pooh Shiesty, that Bonds' lawyer would be representing all of us.
You can't. One lawyer can't represent everybody.
Or different attorneys that associate with each other.
All right, whatever, Twiz. You know what the hell I mean. Twiz, what do you think? If we make $50 million, I'm going to leave you without a $50,000 lawyer? Okay, Bonds got the $50,000 lawyer. Rosewood got the $75,000 lawyer because I love all of his opinions. And Twiz, we'll leave Twiz with the public defender. We'll give Twiz the PD. You know what I mean? No, man. Pooh Shiesty ain't gonna leave his homies like that, man. Maybe the one guy who's like not that famous. Can I get any examples, Rosewood? Any rappers that, you know, like wouldn't be able to bail out their home? That's kind of a little touchy of a subject.
Yeah, because I mean, we don't really know everybody's situation, and we don't want nobody to be in that situation for real. But I do believe that,
like me, Bond Simmons.
Yeah, I believe Pooh Shiesty is definitely going to make sure all his co-defendants have, you know, A1 lawyers.
Yeah, I don't know all the particulars about it. I would probably be locked up, and I'd be like telling my lawyer, I'd be like, listen, you need to go defend Rosewood. You need to go defend Twiz. You need to go defend Bonds. And he's like, listen, Mike, that's not allowed. All right, then we need to hire lawyers for all of those guys. That's honestly how I would see, like, that's what you see back in the day with like 50, G Unit, you know what I mean? Suge Knight, Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm saying? Like the real ones in the game and shit.
True.
But yeah, no. But so this is another part I wanted to touch on. You know, Big 30 had said, you deal with rats. Why you even speaking on that? You know, the fact that he even deals with rats already, and he's talking about that type of shit. You know, what'd you make of that statement right there from Big 30, Twiz?
I mean, it's a fact, and it's a statement that Wack convince people, like, bro, like, don't nobody question him on Clubhouse, because that's like his everyday stage. He never get questioned for that, bro. Like, people will help defend him on why he did the business with 6ix9ine, and it just make it crazy because it was just deeper than the interview. Like, he went on vouching for him. He was covering him up like that was his son. You know what I mean? It's like 6ix9ine not his own man or something like that. And, you know, as much as he vouched for him, it's like, bro, you throw everybody else under the bus. It could be the most solid person, and you just make them look crazy, bro. So it's a fact, but people don't hold him to that for some reason. I don't know what it is. Like,
hey, Lone Wolf said it. He got picks, man. He pick and he choose.
And see, Wack from the streets and from the gang culture, from the streets of Cali, for real, from a different environment. So a lot of times, you know, he probably figured it out, man, that this is soft. This is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude just going, you know what I mean? He can say what he want. He can, you know what I mean, for the most part, I mean, he already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? He around solidified gangsters, and he not gonna cross no lines with no real people. You know what I'm saying? But this is hip hop, man. This is not streets.
Facts.
So, Rosewood, you know, if he's saying this, you know, I can really get on what I'm supposed to be on, right? What he is supposed to be on. In this situation where he's managing 6ix9ine, the word supposed to could be used there. He is not supposed to be doing that, according to all of his cohorts. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Dealing with a snitch.
Drop the mic, Mike.
Exactly. And at the same time, you're giving, you know, 6ix9ine a spotlight or even a voice to even speak out about anything, but you shouldn't be doing at all. It shouldn't be no business done with that guy whatsoever. So there's no way you should be here being, like you said, Bonds, the notarer at the person that gives the stamps out to say this person is validated and this person is not. Like, you just get up on your soapbox and let's talk every day about nonsense.
We could write a book about the stuff you're supposed to be doing.
It's a lot of stuff you're supposed to be doing.
You're supposed to be in an office somewhere managing.
Yeah, I could write a book about what
you're supposed to be doing, bro. You're supposed to be at an office at a major label or something right now, Twiz. Like you said, you're supposed to be somewhere like that, you know, really making industry moves. You just really doing gossip on Clubhouse.
Fact.
Exactly.
D Young says, dog, Wack is just talking to hear himself talk. Twiz, you're a blogger. You know, you're the hood blogger, man. You were a blogger before Wack. Is Wack, as a blogger, I want you to answer this. Is Wack just talking because he likes the way that his opinions sound?
Wack talk because he loved the way his opinions sound, but most importantly, he know them people gonna kiss the ground he walk on, bro. They just dying for a follow back on Clubhouse from Wack. You know what I mean? They just dying to be able to get his phone number and reach out to him, because the way they be attacking and riding for him, like you can't even. He's not receiving those. If you try to criticize him at all, it's a handicap match. You're gonna have like 15 people on there going against you, and Wack gonna win that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He love that position of power, if that makes sense.
It is, because he got his own room, and he's getting paid from the platform. He's definitely going to promote it, and the way he's promoting it, is by the nonsense. He know that works. He know people are going to tune in, and like you said, nobody can oppose his opinion. You get in there, if you say anything else, they're going to jump on you or kick you out the room, whatever it may be, or make you look like you crazy for real. So it's like, he is nobody to oppose or to really give him a real debate over there and really give you facts for real. That's why I said it's just gossip. It's promotion through gossip. That's what it is.
And you know already, like at this point, like listen, he got a good reaction from it. So the numbers, if you look at it, like listen, so he's thinking like this is what he know how to do. He don't rap, he don't sing, he don't dance. Like this is what he do. So this what he gonna say? This what he gonna do, man. If somebody that's like Lil Jon saying, okay, everybody liked it, he gonna do it again. Keep doing it. New topics, new people. You know what I mean? Because he knows the power. He's a businessman. He knows the power that once he's building up his name, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna help him with his clients and more. He working, man.
Guys, I wanted to bring a question around the panel. and also to the whole chat. We got a poll that I'm going to end right now. Who do you think? Who would they rather see fight? We got Crip Mac versus Blueface at 18%. Wack 100 versus Crip Mac at 82%. So I'm going to end that poll and I'm going to start a new one, you guys. And I'm going to bring this around to every member of the panel. We all know that the game has an episode coming up on Drink Champs with Nori, right? So we're going to get an opportunity to see just how similar the game is to Wack 100 when he goes onto this platform, Bonds. We're going to see all the tea, as they like to say, that he brings up. But what I want to know right now, will the game bring Wack 100 to Drink Champs? And the answer from everybody in the chat that I want to know, yes or no. And I want to know from everybody in the panel, yes or no. Rosewood, I'm going to ask you, man. The game filmed an episode of Drink Champs with Nori. I believe it's in the can. The game said it's going to be the greatest one yet. Do you think Wack 100 is going to be on this show, a cameo appearance at the very least?
I don't think he's going to do a cameo because it's going to be more focused on the game, but I think he's going to be in the building.
Do you think we will see Wack 100 on camera?
No.
We will not see Wack 100 on camera. Twiz, with the long relationship that the game has with Wack 100, I don't really know how far it goes back. It seems like it goes back to right after he got knocked off of Aftermath to me. But Twiz, do you think the game is going to bring Wack 100 onto Drink Champs? And do you think it's going to be telling whether Wack 100 appears or not?
I don't think that. I agree with Rosewood. He might bring him, but he not going to want him to be on camera or sit there because Wack going to steal the whole show. Wack got so much other things going on. When they start hitting Wack with questions and stuff like that, he going to take the show over. So I think Game Note would be best for him to, if he don't just go without Wack, to make sure Wack don't interfere with it.
So you do think Wack will be in the building, or you think he was in the building?
It's a possibility. It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50.
Bonds, if Wack does not appear on camera with Game on the Drink Champs, do you think it says something about their relationship? Maybe it's not as concrete as we are led to believe, but more importantly, do you think Wack 100 will make an appearance on Drink Champs?
No, I don't think so. Kind of for the same reason Rosewood said it's going to be about Game. You know what I'm saying? More so. And, you know, Wack is developing his own personality to the point where you probably see Wack with his own Drink Champs interview. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if we didn't see Wack on doing his own drink. So you can't because you'll get too sidetracked talking about Wack stories and his whole, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Like
Twiz said. So just to note, if Wack 100 does not appear on the show with him, Bonds, you don't think it shows any, chinks in the armor?
Nah. It's something Game got to do by itself. He can't do, he going in. I don't think Wack would feel no kind of way. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Bonds, I know you're from Southside, bro. Does Game diss 50 Cent on Drink Champs? The Game is crazy, man. I just said it before on a stream. The Game never dissed Eminem. The Game did an interview and said that MGK beat Eminem in the battle.
That's why I told you. I told you, Game and Wack is a lot in common. Like Game will say anything too. Like, you know what I'm saying, Game will say anything about anybody at any time. You know what I'm saying? He like Wack.
That's true.
He's like Wack, man. He just don't got to do the podcasting like because he's a rapper.
You know he doesn't have to get the bread like that. Whereas Wack, Wack can't go out and get 10,000, 15, 20,000 for an appearance, but he can make a few thousand off of them live talk episodes he does, just like the Game. Twiz, do you think the Game is going to take a shot at 50 on this Drink Champs, or is he going to use this as an opportunity to get in 50's good graces?
I don't think he's going to take a shot at 50. I think he pretty much passed that right now. Just like I said before in the past, where he was like, if he was still with 50, they could be billionaires.
AC Suspense says Wack's name will be mentioned enough in the interview. He won't need to be there. But Trench Baby says, keep it a G. I think Game ain't effing with Wack right now like that from what I see, but who knows? Rosewood, do you want to comment on either of those comments right there? The fact that Wack will be mentioned throughout the interview, which I don't see it. I don't see Wack really getting mentioned in the interview other than maybe once Nori might say something along the lines of your manager is all over the place. But
Wack, what, my bad, not to cut you off. I think Wack is going to get brought up in some aspect, but I think Game has enough in his career that happened, controversy-wise, where it's going to be definitely focused on Game. The spotlight is going to be on Game's career and what's going on in Game's career. Now, Wack will get mentioned, yes, but I think it's going to be more focused on him. On the spotlight going to be on. Everybody's definitely waiting to see what he's going to say about 50 Cent, about the G Unit situation, how he got down with it. Everybody's intrigued to see what questions Nori's going to ask. Because Nori usually has some good questions, especially when it's somebody with the controversy that we've seen unfold. We want to hear, the actual backstory. So I it's going to be really about Game. Wack is a part of Game's, career, so he will get brought up, I think, in some aspect, but they're not really going to dwell on that.
That's what's up, man. Hell yeah. So we got to talk about Dark Low, you guys. From a major update on Dark Low, there is actually a GoFundMe. I'm going to pin the link for the GoFundMe right now, you guys. There's a GoFundMe for Dark Low for everybody that wants to support. They've got a goal of $30,000. So if anybody could just, show some support to the GoFundMe, we're going to speak about it real quick. They have a message up on the page. Just give me 1 second to get that pinned up, and we'll get going on this. I do know Bonds recorded one of Dark Low's last features. You did do one of his last features, Bonds. Tell everybody what that song was called. Also, How do you feel about having one of Dark Low's last records as he's serving another 5 years in jail?
It was adult. It was good to get to work with him before, you know what I'm saying? We knew he was about to go in. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know that. We were supposed to get the video done, but I was like, probably like a day or two too late. You know what I'm saying? Behind. But so yeah, called Free the Men though. It's a dope record. It's fire. It's getting a good reception. I'm thinking about doing a visual. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? We can get hopefully the bro can get home and we can, you know what I'm saying, do that. But yeah, it's out there. It's on the album Local Legend. It's
Posting that up right now.
Awesome.
Y'all can check out Bond Simmons' Local Legend on Spotify. I'm posting the link right here. The record is called Free the Men. Go check that out. Also, Kid is featured on there. I'm going to be doing an interview with Kid's son, Lil Kid, pretty soon, so I'm looking forward to that.
Dope right there, dope.
But yeah, let's talk about Dark Low for a second, you guys. Dark Low is right now fighting for compassion, you all. So let's talk about this situation, man. So Dark Low's fiance actually wrote some very nice words about him on this page. So she said, compassion by definition is sympathetic consciousness of others, distress together with a desire to alleviate it. Yet hundreds of BOP inmates have already died while awaiting their compassionate releases to even be considered by the government. So at this point, Dark Low has put in for a compassionate release based on his situations. You know, he just had a kidney transplant. He has all types of different situations going on with his body, and it has not even been responded to. You know, we got the Philly boys in here. Dark Low is currently in a medical facility in Massachusetts. So, Rosewood, they did take a consideration to putting him in a facility like that. But what do you make of him putting in for a compassionate release and them just not even considering it?
Because, man, you have to realize, even with the compassionate release, it's still up to who your lawyer is and how much money you got. At the end of the day, the government want that money. So if you got a high power lawyer, you got money, that you can get that compassionate release, because you're going to have people out here that's still really pushing for you in positions of power. And that's another thing you got to have. You got to have people in positions of power to get that through. If you don't have that, then that's going to be put to the wayside.
Yeah, you're right. That's what they're looking to get this $30,000 for, to actually have it in, a good lawyer. And that's some good words that you just said, Rosewood. It made me totally realize why they're looking to get this lawyer. Twiz, the compassionate release being ignored. Could it be due to the fact that he's really just starting his sentence in the last few months and he's got 5 years over his head? Like, could that be a reason why they're not considering it? Or should this still be considered?
It's a big thing. That's one of the bigger reasons why, because it's like a line. It's hundreds and thousands of other inmates that's trying to get on the same type time. And like Rosewood said, money talk. Like, if your money is straight, bro, you can get a lawyer and sometimes take it to the Supreme Court. You got to go above head sometimes. You know what I mean? And when you're dealing with federal systems, they go by their own rules. So it's a real sticky situation, man, and it's unfortunate. And they're getting paid every day for every inmate that's filling up them bunks. You know what I mean? So it's a business at the end of the day. And once you in there and you convicted, you lose your rights as a human being. So they look at you as a menace to society anyway. It don't matter what you did. So they really don't care, bro. You know what I mean? People pass away every day from health issues in themselves.
Right here it says on the GoFundMe, it says that he is surrounded by violent offenders. Things appear grim after almost dying recently to COVID contracted in custody. almost a month in the ICU while battling stage 4 renal cancer, HPB, and type 2 diabetes. My beloved is left with blood clots in his lungs, repeated strokes, and ignored seizures. So he has spent repeated stints in medical isolation. He sleeps on a floor in a cage with no heat in the middle of frigid winter. Bonds, I just want you to comment on that.
Yeah, man. That's you know, that's sad, but you know, there's no such thing as compassion. You know what I'm saying, for us in that system, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you asking the real savages for compassion. There's no compassion there. Rosewood hit it directly on the head. They should rename that to a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Release, because that's what that's for. That's for the money and the position. People that Rosewood said it, bro. Ain't no compassion.
It's not.
It don't exist. You're talking about the federal government. Ain't no compassion for him in no federal government. They don't care if he had one leg, if he was actively bleeding, if he was internally bleeding, then you want him to get out for a compassionate release. Nah. They don't care.
Rosewood.
I'm about to say, if they ain't let him out for due to COVID, they ain't care now. And like Twiz said, you gotta think about how many other people are on that list for a compassionate release.
Don't matter.
Rosewood, it said here he sleeps on a floor in a cage with no heat in the middle of a frigid winter, no basic self-care items, and forced to diet that is directly against what the doctor and holistic healers suggest to keep this man alive. What's your take on that, man, from sleeping on the floors to all the way to his diet?
Well, the first thing with that, I don't know if, like you say, he was in the medical, like the medical wing or like a medical ward of the, facility it was in. So I'm figuring if you're in the medical ward, they at least have a bed for you because you need a bed, especially with the conditions he's in. I can't really see them just having him on the floor because if he, God forbid, he gets worse than anything, that's a case right there. So, maybe he's not getting the best of food or maybe not getting the best of care because they can't get the doctors in there. They're going to say because of, COVID, we don't have that many people on staff, so we can't do as many things. That's the excuse they use, so it's a lot of treacherous things that go on in there. And even if you're sick, it don't really matter. Like, you really have to have the money, especially when you're dealing with the feds. You really have to have the money for you to be able to get taken care of. Because at the end of the day, you're asking, the federal government to be your insurance and pay for your doctor bills and all that. And that's not what they're in business for. So they're going to give you the bare minimum at the end of the day. Am I surprised if that was to be the case that they have them like that? No, I wouldn't be surprised at all because that's the way it goes. Like I said, you got to have the money and you got to have that mouthpiece as a lawyer and you have to have those people in positions of power outside to make sure you get everything you have inside.
Twiz, but I want to ask you, man, sleeping on the floor with no heat, this is common?
Yeah, it's common. Like what she referring to is like when you sleeping on the floor, you're not just laying flat on the floor, the hard bare floor. Normally, how it work is like I know, like it was a time where I was passing through State Road, and the jails was so overcrowded. They would have 4 people to a cell, 3 people to a cell when it's supposed to be 2 people to a cell. And what they would have is like a set of bunk beds, and they would have something else called the boat. It's like a plastic joint that they lay on the floor, and they put the cot on there. But the lower you are, the colder you are. You know what I mean? It's like the F and pick. Like the temperature be like it's always cold in that joint. You be needing like 2-3 blankets in them joints. Like the floor is concrete, so it's extra cold. And him being older and dealing with them health issues, it's not doing nothing but making his situation worse. Even with him catching something as simple as a cold can make his situation way worse. You know what I mean? So it's like it's real unfortunate, but that's just how they do in the prisons because That's why they continuously build prisons, because they getting so overcrowded. They don't got nowhere to put people. They just jamming people in cells, and that's that. Now you just another number.
Bonds, I know you were locked up for 2 years, man. Did you ever face situations like this? I mean, Twiz is saying that he had seen 3 to 4 people in a cell.
Yeah, man. I mean, certain certain prisons upstairs definitely, certain spots is worse than others. But yeah, man, like it's no compassion. It's not a situation like you in a cage. They put you in a cage. They do you in that cage. You know what I'm saying? They don't care, man. Like I just lost somebody in prison. Like, you know what I mean? A couple months ago, I got a lot of people in prison still. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of family and all that. Like, yeah, and being there, seeing it. Like, yeah, they don't care, man. Especially if you don't got you got to have people on the outside, you know what I'm saying, doing bidding for you, and you know what I'm saying, like, and then the federal is even he in the feds, so
Facts.
that's even worse. I never been in the feds, but
So she wrote here, Dark Low is a civilly engaged lyricist and modern day poet, a revolutionary hip hop musician, and father of 3. His sentence, 7.5 years for a non-violent offense, writing a letter to a longtime friend whom he considered a little brother. The emotion of a hurt individual caught in the midst of a sticky situation between a big brother figure and a protege. Twiz, do you want to comment on the last part of that, or?
Definitely. For one, she sounded like she should have represented him in court the way she broke that down. Like,
all right.
You know what I mean? But like, that's what make it worse when you being a rapper and being in them situations. They nail you even more. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was a letter that he wrote, but the case was serious, so they don't play with that. Like when we dealing with letter boys, there's so much stuff that was being dealt with in that case for him to stick his neck out there. And I'm not going to say that he shouldn't have did it. That's the loyalty that he felt that he owed the ad. You know what I mean? So he did what he did, but what makes the whole situation messed up is they knew what he was dealing with health issue wise as him going in there. I feel like commissary lists, they should at least have a commissary list where you can get like herbs and stuff like that, which you need, because like he said, Mikey, on the last interview, you gave him his last exclusive interview before him going in, and he spoke on his diet as far as what he consumed. And all he consumed is like teas and herbs, eat a little bit of salad and stuff like that. Them gels, they not giving you that, bro. They giving you getting juice with saccharin in it. You getting all types of things that's messed up, bro. And with the medical joints, all they do is make sure that people is getting their prescribed medication on time. And how Dark was talking, it wasn't about the prescribed medication for him. He was, natural with it. The natural things is what was keeping him going. And you actually had a conversation with me, Mikey, and you said, like, if he go in there, his health going to be at risk. And now we look, months down the line and look at him like his health is really at risk right now. So, it's an unfortunate situation. And, God's willing, they can at least get the money up for the representation to try to help to get him out, because if they don't get him out, it's not looking too good, because for him to be in the state that he is now, it's not like he just got a year left. He still got a whole nother pound to go. So it's like, that's not a good situation right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So she had wrote here that he is in the middle of serving 7.5 years, and he's got 5 years left. You know what I mean? 7.5 years is kind of crazy. But as Twiz, you were explaining the circumstances behind that letter, it's not just like writing a letter. He wrote a letter to somebody that was in federal custody.
Facts. Dealing with a serious indictment that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Guidelines is guidelines. There's serious ramifications to that.
So everybody, I got it pinned up right now. I want everybody to support Dark Low. Support Dark Low with the GoFundMe, man. Just send some hope, because right now they're saying shit is looking dark, shit is looking grim, and we got to show Dark Low that we're still behind him. You know what I'm saying? It's really unfortunate that he's going through all this shit right now. I think we were all shocked when he actually got the 5 additional years, for writing a letter bonds.
Yeah, that part, bro. It's nuts for writing a letter, man. Like, yeah, man, I done seen dudes shoot dudes and get less time than that, man. For actual shooting a dude, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like 6 years and got 6, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I just think it's like what Twitter said, like with the significance of the case, how big of a case it was.
Yeah.
And we talk about homicides now too.
Yeah.
People dying and drugs at the same time, a major indictment of a major rap group. It's something big, and you're a rapper too. So
and he listening to his music, probably even know how they do.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The fact that it was a non-violent crime. Yeah. That's crazy what you said right there, Bonds, with that. But y'all, I want to open it up. We're going to open it up to everybody in the chat now. If anybody has any open questions for the panel, send us your open questions right now. Bonds, what's good, man? We didn't get to rap a little bit. What's new with you, bro? How's everything?
Yeah, man, everything's good, man. Working on some, this merch, clothes, new designs, and some music, man. Trying to, thinking of some trying to do some big things, man, and and looking forward to these podcasts, man, to the things that we doing too, man, trying to plot and plan, strategize and grow, man. Happy I'm still alive, man. Thanks to the Most High. I'm still here.
Definitely.
Man. Everything good, Mikey, man. Peace and love to everybody in the chat, my brothers.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Rosewood. I'm happy to be here, man.
For sure.
Hell yeah, man. Definitely. So everybody in the chat, if you guys have any questions pertaining to our topics or anything outside of the box, you know what I mean? Anything in general, just let me know.
Yeah. Man, follow me on the gram. I follow back.
Yep. I put up.
Get you one of these hats, man. We got all flavors.
Definitely.
Right. TNR wear.
Truth and reality.
And these ain't no plain Jane joints either. Like these joints real certified. Like,
yeah, he got the I got the trucker one. Fat.
James Brown.
Man, tumble and rise, man. One of these, bro.
Tanya says, Bonds, can you make bucket hats with the TNR logo?
Stop playing. Hold on.
Mine said he got all different types of flavors.
Bonds from New York, he got some bucket hats around, man. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We're gonna bust them joints out in the summertime. Shorts with some butters on.
Facts. Bonds fuck around, got the fatigue joint.
Bro.
Come on, man.
What you got, Bonds?
Stop playing with me, man.
Oh,
playing with me, man. Come on, man. Do I got the buckets, B? Stop playing with me, man. Come on, man. That's what we do, man. Of course I got the buckets, man. Of course I got buckets. I got things too. I got corduroys. Well, we're not playing 2020. Man.
What are they just DM you?
Matter of fact, on TNR way on Instagram, you can see all the hats. TNR way on Instagram. It's in my bio too. Matter of fact, on my IG. Tap in.
DM Bonds. Just hit the DM as simply as that to get a hat.
Yeah, simple as that. Hit the DM. You know what I'm saying? And go right link in my bio. You go to the TNR way Instagram.
Baby blue with the yellow TNR.
Got that. No, I got navy blue with the yellow. I'm lying. I got navy blue with yellow.
Maurice says, salute to y'all brothers. Keep up the G work. Free
Salute,
low.
my
And
G.
can we get kosher meals? The Muslim bros have it on lock with healthy meals.
Always, man.
Quiz, Rosewood, can you guys respond to that?
Salute.
Facts. Like I know, like, you know, I never been to the feds, but I know like State Road and all that, they don't serve like no pork or nothing. You know what I mean, on the trays or nothing like that. But the thing with Dark specifically is, you know, he wasn't eating beef, chicken, or none of that. Like,
Right.
he was on strictly like herbs and things. So that's where like the issue is, where they might give you, like I didn't witness old heads get like diabetic meals. They get like special trays and things of that nature. But somebody that don't consume no foods, like if you a vegan and you going in jail, you got a problem. You know what I mean?
Nuts. Yeah.
They don't jail ain't created for somebody on a vegan diet.
Got you.
And that's pretty much what he going through.
And listen,
Yeah,
if
that's
you're not
crazy.
subscribed to the channel, please subscribe right now. Who is going to be my 57,000th subscriber? Right now, I'm at 56,999. We got 75 people in here. Who is going to be my 57,000th subscriber? I want to know who's going to be number 57,000. Cat is in the building. What is going on, Cat?
Make sure y'all drop a comment too, man.
Yeah.
If y'all that 57,000 comment, sub, let it be known.
Tanya wants that baby blue and yellow TNR. Bonds.
Oh,
how
not
long
DM
would
me.
it take you to get that together for Tanya?
She DM me. She should probably have it by next week if she DM me. She DM me now. I can put it together.
Right.
And that's a color I don't have, so I can put it together. Try to, baby blue, LOL.
Yo, Manuel Rios. That's my 57,000 subscriber right there.
Salute.
You get the golden ticket.
Yeah, he got a 15. He got a what you want to give him a 20% discount?
He gets a shout out.
Okay.
Shout out to Manuel.
A double salute.
Manuel Rios, shout out my J.
Is that my guy Manuel from back in the day?
Tap in.
Is that my guy Emmanuel from Norwich from back in the day? I remember Emmanuel. He was a few years older than me. He would always kick a little bit of game to me when we were living in the projects. You know what I mean? I'd see him. I saw how respectful he was to his mom and shit. I was like, damn, Manuel's a respectful dude. And then he would kick a little bit of knowledge to me here and there. He must have been like 14 or something like that, 13 or 14, something like that. And I was like 9 or 10.
Right.
And I saw Emmanuel, but I don't think that's him.
Yeah, that's an old head. Yeah, I mean 14.
Yeah, he's a little bit older. Like, I was still like in grade school. He was in like the next school above and shit.
Right.
No, he said it's me, my G.
Oh, he found you, man.
Snap.
It's really?
He not capping. Is he? Come on. Yo, that's you, Manny?
I didn't know if Manuel was spelled different than Emmanuel or something like that, man. But if that is Emmanuel from back in the day, man, thanks for showing me love, bro.
That's dope. Salute.
Right.
The grand prize winner.
Right.
The lucky winner.
He wins
a discount, man.
TNR sticker.
That's a fact.
Were those stickers that you sent us, Bonds?
Yeah, but the stickers.
Yeah, I was about to throw one of those on the phone.
We got the pins too. The pendants.
Right. Yo, dope, man.
Yeah, man.
No, TNR, man. TNR definitely got the flavors, man.
Right here, Bonds.
There you go. You can scan that sticker. It's going to take you to the website.
Dang, that's fire.
That's dope. That's dope.
You scan that sticker with your phone, bro. You're going to be on the site.
Then we got the pendants on there. Got me feeling like a war vet. You know what I mean?
Right. Got my pendant rocking and shit.
You know what I mean?
Can't get the sticker off though. Anyways, What's
Yeah.
everybody smoking on tonight?
I'm smoking on some gelato.
Okay.
Smoking G33.
Oh, Gelato 33.
Yeah. Scotty Pippen. Scotty.
That's what's up.
Scotty too hotty.
Here's what I'm finishing. I'm finishing off this red velvet.
Ooh.
Twiz, what do you smoke? What are you putting in the vape tonight, brother?
Hey man, I got 45 watts of American Patriot. This thing hit hard.
Hey,
American
okay.
Patriot. What kind of
American
Donald
Patriot.
Trump shit is that?
Real rap. The
That's
thing
the
is, like, with the vapes is like, I'm not no vape boy that be smoking pineapple and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So the American Patriot give you that tobacco taste. You know what I mean? To give you that kick.
Okay.
I think it's Bond.
Yeah, man.
Bonds, you on Twitter?
Yeah, it's Bond Simmons, I think. Or is it Bond's Music?
Okay.
I got it. Twitter.
Trench Baby says he's smoking on that Jungle Boys, which I love. Manuel says he's smoking on that Gumbo. Max smoking on that Train Wreck. James Brown smoking on that Helium Kush.
Oh, we got to do another smokers podcast, bro. There's a lot of smoke in the building.
Cause I've been fucking with this dispensary over in Jersey, man. They got a lot of shit, man. Had some lava cake, had some Green Lantern. The shit I'm gonna try next, they got some shit where you can only buy grams of it and shit. And it's like $20 a gram. You can only buy grams. And they got Gary Payton in there, like good as shit. But it's this one joint called Jello. Main man told me it tastes like the back in the days Purple Haze. So next time I go over there, I'm gonna get that Jello and shit, and I'm gonna let you know how that shit smooth.
How far is that from you, though, Rosewood? Going to the dispensary in Jersey?
It's like 45 minutes. It's right over the bridge.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm down at the studio, the bridge is like real close. So it's really like 30 minutes.
Cut across there, Mango, you right there.
Right, facts. And if you go the back way, it's like 30 minutes for real.
Trench Baby said, word, that's where I'm from. Trenton
in the building.
Trenton. Shout out Trey Twiz, man. My G. Trenton in the building.
Trenton, man. Shout out to Trenton. Shout out to Camden. All y'all. Y'all know how we carry it.
Shout out to old Jersey, baby.
Queens is in the building. PPBR. I'm on the purple punch and banana runts. Purple punch and banana runts mix. I'm OT right now. Queens is in the building. Major salute. Well, you know, Queens is always in the building on our show, but we appreciate you, Maurice.
That's a Fendi.
Everybody in here tonight. We lit.
Bonds, you're not a backwood guy, are you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you are. So have you tried the new banana backwood, or is that not something you're going to try?
Yeah, I tried them. I had it.
Nothing too special?
No, it was not too special. I was cool. The store by me had them. I bought them a couple times. They ain't got them no more though. But it was all right. It was not special.
Nah, bro. I've had the purple punch, but I've never had the banana runts. Rosewood, have you had the purple punch yet?
I had purple punch before. I never had banana runts though.
Bonds, you didn't have the banana runts. I know you had the black runts last week.
Yeah, I got some black ones right here.
Oh, you still got the black runts on deck. Jesus.
Yeah, still got some more of that shit.
You're luckier than me. I was smoking on some weed called Caffeine from Burner's joint, cookies. I had Caffeine. I had Gary Payton. I had some shit. But that's crazy that you finally got your hands on the Lava Dog, Rosewood.
Yeah, definitely. It's crazy how I came up on it too. You know, it was like at the end, like we really came up on it for real. So it's like I've really been fucking with them. But next time I go back, I'm going after that Jello because there was a guy in there that was somebody that frequents there all the time. And he's like, it was like the old school Purple Haze. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right. When I come back, I'll be trying this.
You know what I'm thinking about, Rosewood? That Philly cheesesteak I had when I came out there, man.
That Jones awesome, right?
That was the best cheesesteak I ever had in my life, man.
You know where you went, Bonds? You know which joint you went to?
It was Gino's, right? What was it?
No.
What was it, Rosewood?
No, Max's.
Max.
Oh, you went to Max's. You went to Max's. Oh, all right.
I was about to say, you went to Geno's, bro?
No, I went to Max's. It was the best cheesesteak I've ever had in my life, bro.
That's the only place to go.
In my life.
No, that ain't the only place to go. You gotta pull up the Delisandro's.
That's what Ab said. That's what Ab said.
Delisandro's is banging. You know, Bonds was in and out. So I'm like, look, all right, you can go there and get it. And matter of fact, he went there on a good day because there was no line. It was nobody.
I was driving back from New York to Georgia, so I was like, nah, I'm gonna stop in Philly.
So you know they was in there chopping.
You know what I mean? Holla at my son.
You got a good one. You got a good one.
What'd you get, the whiz or the provolone though?
Nah, I got the regular cheese.
Okay.
American.
I like
American.
I'm not a cheese person though. I don't like cheese.
You got it.
I like Jim's, you guys. I think Jim's is one of the best.
Jim's is popping. I like Jim's.
I just don't like parking over there. It's crazy. It's easier.
Yeah, it's too much. South Street too much, bro. Like,
okay, it's in South Street,
bro. Yeah, it's a South Street thing. But we always did Ishka Bibbles. If I go to South Street, I'm going to Ishka Bibbles.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That's what Ab told me. Ishka Bibbles, not Delisandro's twist.
Ishka Bibbles. That's a crazy ass name.
That's on South Street. We've been going there for so long, and definitely early 2000s when jerseys were popping. They had Total Sport right there, and basically my whole hood worked at Total Sport. So we stayed.
You can overnight me one night.
See if y'all come to Philly, y'all had Ishka Bibbles, y'all gotta slide down the street and go to Lorenzo's for a slice of pizza.
Gotta get a slice from Lorenzo.
That don't be like this.
Yeah,
Lorenzo's next time.
The pizza's popping.
You right there too, Mikey.
What?
You got to hold the slice with like two arms. When
right, exactly. You got to.
I'm like 5 hours away, Bond.
Oh, you are? Oh, you 5?
Yeah, I'm like 4 hours and 35 minutes away.
Oh yeah, I'm in New York. I'm 2 hours.
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Still annoying driving from New York to Philly too.
Yeah,
for the Maxes though. For the Maxes.
Yeah.
All right.
See, if you come in the Maxes, you might as well just get a foot long Jones, especially if you want to run. Like get a
whole bro, that's way too much.
You take it home with you. You knock half of it
hell
down.
no. Who wants to eat that thing later?
No, I know.
I was just about to tell Rosewood to overnight me one in Georgia, man.
Right. Yeah, look, Bonds was thinking about it. I know you was thinking about
overnight me to wrap it up in a real wrap it up.
Get it one of those bags, not cold bags.
Rosewood, Trench Baby says, I don't like Geno's, but Pat's is cool.
Right.
Is that really the thing? I thought they were kind of both the same.
They not the same, but they tourist spots.
Right, exactly. Both tourist spots, but Pat's
I had them both.
Pat's was there first. That's what it was. Pat's was there first. Geno's wasn't always there. Pat's is the original one that always been there forever.
I might have been to Geno's.
It's like going down there. If you have to pick one, you gotta go to Pat's.
I can only imagine what's gonna happen the next time I go to Max's. Rosewood, when I go to Max's next time, are the guys at Max's gonna say something to me behind the counter, or are they not gonna know?
It might not be. It might not be the same. It might not be the same people working there.
It's always those same people. They're so damn funny. They make fun of all their customers.
No,
when you were there, they must have made fun of you, right?
So what?
When you were in line at Max's, they gave you a hard time, didn't they? They give everybody a hard time.
It wasn't really a long line too, because when I went, it was like a Saturday, Sunday morning or something.
Like you can't go to no cheesesteak. You can't go to no cheesesteak spot out Philly and act like you at Olive Garden. Like, did y'all got mushrooms? Like they start getting irritated with you.
And I ain't gonna lie,
they really do.
I ain't gonna lie. They told me that, so I went fast because I'm telling you, I'm that dude. Like I'm so indecisive. I'm that guy that'd be like, yo, what about this? So I knew they told me, and then Rosewood told me. I said, go in there with your mind made up. So I said, I ain't gonna be on my
Really, Rosewood?
Go in there and do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. Go there with your mind made up.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'll look at a menu.
Man, I'm trying to vibe with you here. What? Gilly's the only one who can jump behind the counter and start cooking shit up?
As soon as you come in Max's, they chopping that meat up. What you want, a half or a whole?
Right, you half or a whole.
Beef or chicken?
Hurry up and buy it, man.
That's the only place I know where the salt and pepper is in one container.
Bro,
It's salt and pepper in one container.
Yeah, you ain't no salt or pepper, man. You getting them both.
Both. You get both already.
I don't know. I'm about to Google Ishkabibbles and see if they got some pictures of their cheesesteaks.
Yeah, their chicken cheesesteaks is banging.
Ishkabibbles is the only tourist spot out Philly that Philly people go to get cheesesteaks. Like,
right.
When you go in there and you see pictures of celebrities that was there, like all celebrities tab, man.
I'm gonna have to find me a cheesesteak tomorrow somewhere out here in Atlanta. Man.
Yeah, they got the pictures all over the wall. They got pictures of all the celebrities. It's
not really the same. You know what I mean? I haven't gotten you don't really get cheesesteaks around here too much. Maybe besides at this one spot called D'Angelo's. You familiar with it, Bonds?
Sound familiar. Yeah.
See,
Angelo.
The thing about Philly.
I never had a cheesesteak in CT ever.
Yeah, you don't really get them.
Yeah.
The thing about Philly, you know, you come in, if you got time and you really spending with somebody from Philly, we'll take you to a poppy store and get you a certified platter from the poppy store, cheesesteak, cheese fries. That joint be like $6.50. You know what I mean? You get every penny for your buck. Them joints, you know what I'm saying?
Now I'm about to pull back up and I'm gonna have some more time to chill. I'm gonna pop out. I'm gonna pull out.
Yeah, we gonna do Ishkabibbles next time. But D'Alessandro's one of the other bars, one of the other.
I'm pulling up for sure.
The only thing about D'Alessandro's, that line be husky, bro.
I'm hungry too. I ain't eating.
Oh yeah, Sean's right. Sean's right. We do got Jersey Mike's.
Jersey
Mike's, is that in Georgia, Bonds?
They got oh no, I'm thinking of no, Jersey Mike's is that franchise, right?
Yeah, something above something like that.
Nah, we're not doing. I take it to North Carolina with Miami subs before I do that.
No, I hate Miami subs, bro. But Jersey Mike's, I only went to one time. Their subs are really tiny.
Me too. I only went there like once, twice.
That's another thing. We get you official hoagie out Philly too. Pull up on Wilson's on you, bro.
Facts.
You be ready to go to sleep after you eat one of them.
Yo, listen, Twiz, I'm glad you said that, right? Because we got our own Wilson's down in Logan. Now we don't gotta go up. I don't even
really.
Yeah,
damn, they got another joint. Damn.
They opened a deli. They opened a deli down on Oye Road, right across the street from Glockware. Shout out Glockware too, man.
Definitely.
You know, Flyboy Fridays, man. But yo, I swear, I gave my homie came up from VA. I told him meet me in the deli. He met me in there. Yo, he ran through that hoagie. I said, I told you that roll. You know, it's just something different, man.
Everything
fresh, and that's right in the hood.
Real rat.
Kat, where are you at down south? What state? Do you guys got Jersey Mike's in Philly or no? You must, right?
No,
I know Jersey Mike's in Philly.
What they gonna do in Philly, man?
Right. It's a hoagie cheesesteak monopoly here in Philly.
I'm trying to think.
No business in Philly, man.
Isn't there like in our mall here in Connecticut? They be like trying to sell the Philly cheesesteak at our mall here in Connecticut. What's that grinder, that cheesesteak spot called at the mall? Is it called Philly Cheesesteaks or something?
I don't know.
I went there once.
Listen, I went to the mall once in Connecticut, and I ain't seen any place that made a cheesesteak. If they did, I would not trust it. I don't remember the name of the mall. I brought some Jordans out of there. Okay. I brought some retro Jordans out of there. I just remember that.
Like
any place, it's called Charlie's. It's called Charlie's, I think.
You from Philly, you ain't gonna respect no cheesesteaks.
I'm not gonna eat it. I won't eat it. There will be no way.
You spoil you, bro. Y'all spoil you, both of y'all.
Yeah, because it's like the quality of the steak meat is different. Like, it really is, bro. Like,
that's what I'm talking about. Like,
you don't got the right bread.
Like that.
The bread is
the roll got to be super fresh. All that. It's like the combo period. Like, that's like even when people get the cheese whiz on the steak, like it ain't the regular cheese whiz you get out the market. Like
that's
you would never had that whiz different.
Yeah, it's different. I don't know who thought of that idea right there. I had one before to try it.
Yeah, you can get cheese whiz out the market. Like it come in like a glass bottle with the red label.
They got it in the Poppy store.
Yeah, yup, and you could make some cheese fries in the crib or something like that. But it don't hit like the Jones on the steaks if you a
No,
person that
right,
get whiz
right.
on your
It's something
joints.
different. It's something different.
Real rap.
That's a tourist thing. It
Real
had to
rap.
be a tourist that came up and said, "You got cheese whiz? Let me get that on there."
Yep, they smack some of that on top. Like, we gonna make this
Right.
extra sloppy for you. Here you
Ah,
go, bro. Real rap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
never
whiz is different.
never got no
different facts.
Penn Station. Oh, you're in Orlando, Florida. That's what's up, Cat.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Shout out Orlando. Shout out to the whole Florida, man. I don't think there's no cheesesteaks down there.
But they don't need cheesesteaks. They got all the soul food places out there. So
Right.
yeah, man.
It's crazy.
I'm pretty sure somebody from Philly down there making a cheesesteak.
I'm about to say everybody need a
Real rap.
cheesesteak, man.
Real rap.
What's
It's
the
a
food out
different type
there?
of love.
Hans? What's the food out in Georgia? Is that soul food stuff that they were just talking about?
Now in Atlanta, they got a lot of I guess I don't know. There's some good burger spots, wing spots. You know what I mean? And the strip clubs got the strip clubs.
I'm about to say the strip club,
food, man.
Go to the strip club.
Fire lobster roll, like, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't be eating at strip clubs. Some dudes after this crazy Meek Mill show, me and a bunch of high profile dudes, we all went to the strip club, the biggest strip club.
Like Magic City?
No, the one in Tootsie's in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. And they all bought lobsters and shit. And they were gonna buy me a lobster. I was like, nah, just get me a couple Red Bulls.
No, you gotta go with the chicken, man.
Tony, what you
missing? The strip clubs in Atlanta, like the food is be banging. I'll tell you that. Like, yeah, Magic City, matter of fact, Blue Flame got some good food, man.
Fact. Magic City got the fire wings.
I do not eat food at a strip club, man.
Because you're not picturing.
I've been doing that since I was 13.
Yeah, you thinking of another. You thinking you got an idea of a strip club. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
I know I didn't see strip clubs with banging food, a banging kitchen, and a daycare in there.
Now I'm not trying to my kids at the daycare. No,
real track.
Like, you can't get a babysitter.
I'm not gonna pay.
When I was 13 in Atlanta, that's the first time my cousins took me to the strip club, get something to eat. They had a daycare in there.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, they had a daycare in there, and they had a full kitchen.
It does make sense, man.
Well, I mean, we've never done this before on the podcast. We've never really just had a little conversation about strip clubs. I mean, but Twiz has never broke out the pink cup either.
Yeah, the purple. This is the purple joint. The purple joint. You know, Purple City, man.
Purple City Bird Gang.
He's sipping purple out of a purple cup.
Yeah. He even gave me the lean title. Oh man.
Hold on, no, somebody hold Maurice. No, we don't add chopped cheese in Philly, yo. We don't do chopped cheese.
That's New York.
Yeah,
that's in New York.
That's what I was going to ask you a few seconds ago. He said Philly's got the best chopped cheese. To my understanding, chopped cheese is like those marinara sticks. No. What are they called?
It's ground beef. It's basically ground beef chopped up. It's basically ground beef made like a cheesesteak. Instead of having the meat you'll use for a cheesesteak, you use ground beef.
Okay, I was totally off on that one then.
Yeah, the cheesesteaks really got real rich steak on them joints. That's why if y'all ever come in there, y'all know it'd be a big lump of steak just sitting on the grill already.
Yeah.
And they chop, they break it down.
Bonds, you have ordered the chopped cheese before in New York?
Nah.
Never have. You've seen people order it though?
Yeah, it's like a new thing. Yeah, I mean, well, it's not that new, but people.
I had a chopped cheese before.
A couple years they've been there. It's been some years now, but yeah, the Akis be doing it.
Yeah, I had one in Newark, New Jersey first, and then I had one in New York.
Yeah, the Akis be doing it.
Rosewood and Twins.
I don't eat out the Aki store though. New York. I don't.
Just to clarify, Bonds, the Aki store What is
Oh,
that?
this the bodega that's ran by
the Arabs.
the Arabs. Yeah, the Arabs in the corner store, like they got the bodegas.
Like
Do they
out
usually
Philly.
make food in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
like out,
in there, whole menus. They make food in there, like.
Oh yeah, they make like the little grill like things with like the meat inside of it and shit.
They make everything in there.
No, they make everything.
They make breakfast. They make pancakes and bacon in the morning.
They make everything. I see. Yeah, now they begin to chop cheese on the honey bun. I see, people come in. Look, go on YouTube. They be making the chopped cheese on the honey bun now. They be put the chopped cheese on the pancake. With like raspberries and stuff. They be when he done with it, I swear I'm like, that joint look banging. When he first asked for it, it seemed outrageous. But when he did the honey bun joint, that joint looked crazy.
I don't know if you guys are gonna know about this, but I'm gonna ask the Philly boys. Trent Baby says, "What that chef at Risque out Northeast Philly be popping, man?"
I don't go to Risque.
Yeah, I never been there before.
I've never been to Risque.
You guys know what it is?
Yeah,
I heard of it.
I didn't roll past it.
Why you say it like that though? Why you say it like that?
Like a Chippendale spot or something?
Y'all both said it like
no, it's just it's corny. It's corny.
Yeah.
What they say, it ain't strip club if they ain't showing no ass and titties.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
It's a titty bar.
It's a
bikini bar or something.
Glorified hooters.
Yeah, I mean
they said that's one of them joints that smell like cigarette butts. And, you know what I'm saying? One of them nasty joints, like.
Cool. I'm cool on that. Yeah, I could see if he said Onyx. I could see if he said Club Onyx or something like that.
There used to be a girl at Onyx that looked like Amber Rose. It was awesome that night. I got to chill with her.
Cigarette butts.
That's what I'm saying.
AC Suspense replied to you, Bonds. He said, Aki food be different.
Yeah, I'd be like, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no, I used to eat it a lot. You know what I'm saying? I used to get breakfast and all that from the spots, but I can't eat that no more, bro.
Like out Philly, we got like
so damn old. Sometimes they be selling you shit that's like 10, 13 hours old, and they don't even care.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You know saying? But a lot of restaurants do though. But it's like, you know what I mean? Out Philly, we got like the food carts, or you can go to Crown Fried Chicken. That's mainly the Akis that control the food scene out Philly. Mm-hmm. Like besides, it's a few pizza joints where the Akis be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Having you get 2 large pizzas for like $16. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They got them package deals.
Yeah, facts.
Sky Wallace says, "What's up, XV12? Mikey T. Rosenberg." I'm not really sure what he was saying there, guys. Did he misspell Twizz's name and Rosewood?
Yeah, it's all good. Psych Wallace. We know what you meant. Much love and respect.
Salute.
Salute.
You know how we carry
Appreciate you, brother. Let me see. Hodges, am I butchering that, Iceberg? Got the best chopped cheese in New York, aka Blue Sky Deli. He invented the chopped cheese. Bonds,
okay.
You know anything about that?
Yeah,
where's that at? And where's it at, bro? Because the stores, they run the city on the low. They got the network, man. They everywhere.
Yeah.
They get busy. Every corner.
They know how to get to that dollar.
And there's one on every corner in every borough, bro.
And they know how to connect with the people.
And sometimes, like, I done seen, like, and they all know each other. You'll go to different. I be in a different borough and see the Aki from the store in my hood. Like, oh snap! So you know how they moving.
Yeah.
Bonds, we got a new name for you right here. V12 Bonds. I like that. V12 Bonds.
Iceberg, my brother.
Iceberg said that is on Harlem 110th, Davey's favorite spot.
Oh, okay.
110th and First Ave bonds.
Oh, okay, 110. Okay. He got backup, forever situated. 110th and First. Okay, that's what's up.
Do you know how to get there, bonds, or would you have to make your way over to that area and then you'd be able to find it?
I mean, yeah, you go up, you know, you can take I would take the 59th Street Bridge, go up to 110th.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And then you go over the First, or you could take the 2nd Avenue Bridge, maybe across. Yeah, but it's easy. It's on 110 and First. Said it. It's numbered uptown, so it's on 110th Street and First Avenue.
Just so different from how we do things here in Connecticut. Does it sound as foreign to you, Twiz, the way you do things in Philly?
Yeah, I mean, everywhere different. You know what I'm saying?
It's not like that in Queens. Like, that's really Harlem. That's Manhattan is the really numbers. Like Queens, it's numbers and names. It's different.
Like
Iceberg,
New York.
Iceberg says right here, bonds, right off FDR Drive, 96th Street. Exit.
Right, exactly. That's what I was thinking. So that's what I was gonna say at the 59. Or you could take 59 and draw straight up, or you could go to that FDR, so you don't got to take the blocks all the way up like an idiot. And you could get on the FDR and get off 96 right there. That's a fact. It's a fact.
Like New York blocks, they numbers get high, bro. I think out Philly, our highest number might be like 72nd Street, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And that's over like Southwest and stuff like that.
We're 77th up going up Mount Airy.
Yeah, true. Back Ogons and all that. True.
First Ave, that's like I guess where that's Dave East from, right? So that's like Spencer. That's not really like once you get Harlem, that's like I would say 5th, 6th, you know what I'm saying? Lennox and all that. That's like, you know what I mean, up in 145th and 125th, or even like 100. You got like St. Nick on Project on that's 113th.
So Bonds, Maurice asked, "Yo, B Sims, do you remember 121 Princess Black back of the days?" Off the topic question. I guess 121 Princess Black.
I don't know. She's talking about Bud or something. I'm really from Queens, so don't get me to talking Harlem too much. I ain't.
Oh, I couldn't tell if he was actually talking about an artist or what.
Or is he talking about some Bud, Prince and Princess Black on 121st? Is that what he's talking about?
Now, guys, moving on. I'm not too familiar with this. Most loved YouTuber says, "Hey, Mikey, did you hear Gucci Mane and Moneybagg Yo down the song on YouTube? No rapping, but 20 seconds of music." No, I have not heard anything of Gucci Mane working with Moneybagg Yo.
All right.
Everybody send. Yeah, that doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah, how's it no rapping with two rappers? What are they doing?
Maybe it's a preview. He's asking. Maybe it's some sort of a preview where it hasn't been shown yet. But we'll have to see. I mean, actually, the two of them guys working together, Twiz, wouldn't be bad.
Right. But
yeah.
Oh my bad, bro.
No, you good. Definitely wouldn't be bad. You know what I'm saying?
But all right, you guys. So if anybody has any last questions, send them in. We're going to go ahead and do our drops. The Real Prophecy in the building. That's New Jersey in the building.
Real Prophecy.
Yeah, I heard.
You know how we carry it, man.
Salute.
All right, y'all. First, I'm going to send it over to our brother, Rosewood. I'm posting up his Instagram right now. So follow Rosewood on Instagram.
Honorable Eric.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Rosewood. Salute everybody in the chat for tapping in, man. Salute to all the guys on the panel, man. The hip-hop panel was in the building tonight. It was so fucking lit. I love everybody in the motherfucking chat, man, for tapping in with us for real, man. You know, it's your boy Rosewood. Salute the members only live. Download the Station Here app. You know, you can hear members only. Shout out members only Monday. Missy Porter, what up? Shout out Ace the Chemist. You know, shout out everybody in the 1122 studios that's rocking with us here in Philly, man. If you want to holler at your boy Rosewood, see what's going on down at 1122 studios or at members only, follow me on the gram, spill_ENT, man. Hit your boy Rosewood up. Let me know what you want to do, man. If you want to come to Philly, link in with me, holler at me, man. Mikey T, salute. My G Bonds, you already know what it is.
Yes,
SV
sir.
Twiz in the city with me, holding it down, man.
Yes,
It's the
sir.
hip hop panel, man. Salute everybody that tapped in with us tonight, yo. For real.
All right, I'm gonna send it over to Bond Simmons, y'all.
Let's
Make
get
sure
it.
you guys tap in with Rosewood. I just posted his Instagram up. I'm sure if you go follow Rosewood right now, he'll follow you back. I'm gonna send it over to Bond Simmons, though, the local legend, the rapper of the panel.
Yes, sir. Tap in, man.
Ass,
Listen to the music. Word, I got music out there, man. Bond Simmons, I'm streaming on like any platform, so just whatever you listen to music on, pull up something. I got some joints, some albums, some good music out there. Follow me on Instagram. See what I'm doing with the clothes, teach and reveal, tumble and rise. I'm trying to offer inspiration. I'm trying to, give back. I'm trying to build positively. You know what I'm saying? Even when we build on here, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to just talk shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to teach and reveal, like, trying to, you know what I mean? So let's build peace and love to everybody in the chat, man. Follow, let's connect. Real ones, fake ones, stay away. You know what I mean? To my bros, we here, Report Card Radio. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed, man. We live damn near every day.
And you guys, I want everybody to check out my interview. I want everybody to check out my interview with Bazaar from D12. One of my dopest interviews as of late. I got it posted up right here. I'm going to pin it in the chat now. So go check out my interview with Bazaar. That's really the plug that I wanted to do. If you all could drop a comment on that, I would really appreciate it. Sean Baglife says, Mikey, when you get a chance, check the Rima Battle League. Well, Sean, do me a favor and send me a link so I can get in tune with it on my DM. Kat says, Bonds, where are you at in Queens? I used to live in Rosedale.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm from Southside, 109 and God Brew. Ain't too far. I got peoples in Rosedale. My bro from Rosedale. Couple bros in Rosedale, actually. Yeah, shout out to Rosedale. Queens get the money.
That's my plug. Go check out my interview with Bazaar. I've got it pinned up. And now I'm going to send it over to SV Twiz. I'm going to post up his IG, but let me grab his YouTube as well. Twiz, the floor is yours.
Yeah, man, it's SV Twiz, the hood blogger. The four-headed monster in full effect tonight, man. Much love and respect to everybody in the chat, man. You know how we carry it, man. My brother Honorable was able to make it in today. He been doing a lot, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned in. And I gotta tap into the members only and all that, bro. Cause you know what I mean, it's good to have you on here. Gotta give you your flowers, man. Cause on top of helping the youth out, bro, rap, top of helping the youth out on the city, and you know what I mean, you and Razor, like y'all fed the homeless, and now you know the managing and pushing a lot, bro. So you've been working a lot. So it was an honor for you to be able to tap in tonight. You know what I'm saying? You already. Bond Simmons, you know what I'm saying? Another working machine, you know what I'm saying? Pushing out music, getting it done. Man, he sent us out our packages and all of that. Make sure y'all cop up on that TNR merch, man. And this ain't nothing, no nutty, you know what I'm saying? This is certified right here. Like y'all see this, like it's really, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no little press on logo stuff, bro. Like it's real certified high quality merch. It come in all different flavors, and y'all might need your own merch printed out, man. Make sure y'all hit Bonds up, bro. You know what I'm saying? He'll give it to y'all in high quality for sure. That joint flavor, Mikey T. Real rap. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
You already know, man. TNR, man.
Real rap.
Y'all just hit up Bond Simmons. It's really easy. You can see the way his name is spelt right there, Bond Simmons. Make sure you put the S at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? A major salute to Bonds for sending out the gear, man. And really just a major salute to all of my co-hosts for taking all of what they do so serious. You know, Twiz is on the YouTube going crazy on the daily. You guys can subscribe to SV Twiz right now. Rosewood is moving, doing all types of shit. You know, SV Twiz just gave him his flowers, and we do appreciate you having you back here, bro. You're an integral part of our panel, bro. And Bonds, everybody knows Bonds is the rapper of the group. That's what makes this shit work, man. You know, we all play different factors in this group, man.
Facts.
Oh, Hot 97, Remy Ma's Battle League. Okay, putting me on game. You know, I got love for Remy. The champ says 109 and Guy Brewer is the shit. That whole strip. Salute. What is it about the whole strip that makes it the shit, Bonds?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, Guy Brewer's the heart. I figure, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the whole Guy Brew, but Guy Brew pops. Guy Brew's a strip, as a boulevard, right? But I would say you got 109 in Guy Brew. And then when you go up, like, just a couple blocks, even, I mean, shout out, I mean, even like, you know, 111, 107, really 107 in God Brews, dudes up there too. I mean, shout out to 107 God Brew. I can't even, I mean, but then down like 134 in God Brew, a couple blocks down, like 134, that's where like 50 is from and all that. So it's like, you know, it's that's South Side through, you know, God Brew and through those back blocks and through something the other connecting boulevards. That's where Supreme Team and all that came from. That's a lot of history, like where the TNT, you know what I'm saying, came from. Like a lot of things, like it's just like, you know what I'm saying. That's Queens for real, like, you know what I'm saying.
Hell yeah, man.
So Bonds, being young and growing up, man, did you ever cross paths with like 50 during like 50 in the mixtape ever and things of that
Yeah, I
nature?
crossed paths with him. Yeah, me and Mikey T. So I pretty much crossed paths with everybody, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying. And it was just,
That's
you know,
heavy.
not realizing, you know what I'm saying, the environment, you know what I mean, that you was in it, you know what I'm saying, so much things. Like even with y'all, like same thing, being in Philly, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure y'all, you know what I'm saying.
Facts. Cross
Yeah,
paths with rappers and stuff.
more likely to run into rappers in New York and Philly than really Connecticut. That's why when I moved out to Miami, you know what I mean? That was really the state to be in, where you would meet all the rappers. All the rappers go out there to work, they go out there to vacation, they go out there to shoot their music videos, they go out there to find the thoughts, you know what I mean? Whatever. But yeah, man. James Brown says, Twiz, I was feeling your short movie. Major respect.
I appreciate it, James. I appreciate it, bro. I'm gonna start shooting my next joint in the spring. I'm still towards like the end of the spring. I'm still getting everything together, man.
I'm coming down for a part neck, man.
Real rap, man.
Coming
You
down
know
to
what I'm
my
saying?
role,
The
man.
whole panel, God's willing, man. Everybody can tap in. Real
Fine.
rap. I try to keep a message and also keep awareness in the movie. You know what I mean? And not just try to make it too.
I need to get booked. I need to get booked at the Penthouse for 30 days or however long we shoot. You know what I mean?
Real rap. The presidential treatment, man. You know what I'm saying?
8 Park.
8 Park. Oh, IS 8 Park? Oh, come on, of course, man. You see the TNR ad I just shot a little TNR ad. We did that shit in IS 8 Park. I mean, yeah, legendary.
But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. The Honorable just signed out. I appreciate him for tapping in as well. We appreciate everybody for joining us on tonight's live podcast. We do it for y'all, for SB Twiz, for Rosewood, for Bond Simmons. I am Mikey T, the movie star, and we will see you on the next episode.